So.
That wasn't me.
Who did that? I ain't even been in the house today.
Damn, man.
Your house.
Is this diesel on this shit?
Possibly. Or beer. One of the
blowing
two.
that shit everywhere.
I'm not really sure.
Is there a right or left of these?
Yes, it's marked on
Oh.
the ear.
There is?
Yes.
Dude, I'm 6 months in. Oh, I had it right. I'm 6 months into this shit. They never had a clue.
Oh shit! All right, now I gotta check sound and shit. Oh, that was loud.
Testing 1, 2.
1, 2.
There we go.
We're good, dude. I gotta send Cody some of them Hating Alabama fucking podcasts because I mentioned that fucking deal earlier and he did not have a clue what I was talking about.
Damn it, man!
He said old dog collar went to giving a signal. I think that means stop. If you ain't seen that podcast, go follow it. Because it's funny as hell.
It is. It's good stuff.
I saw one today.
Said, Daddy, we're gonna be in the news and in heaven.
He said we're gonna be in heaven and on the news.
There you go. That's what it is.
Did I send it to you today? I saw another clip and he was talking about he was a pastor and he was doing a Sunday sermon and it was daybreak. They were doing it outside and it was Easter Sunday.
Okay.
So he's doing it. He did a deal, whatever, and it said amen, and a turkey gobbled off in the trees. And he said all the rednecks in the background kind of perked up, and he said, so I gave it one. He said, I just act like I didn't see it. So I said, and Jesus said amen, whatever. He said, that turkey gobbled again. He said, they was going on and on. He said, them boys was ready to put an amen on that sucker. He said, blink, brother, blink. If you don't follow that podcast, go give it a listen because it is fun. It's Hayden Alabama podcast.
Yeah, Hayden Alabama podcast. Yeah, I have since started following them. I have yet to listen to one.
I just see their stuff on TikTok and Instagram, but it is freaking hilarious.
Yeah, it's funnier than hell.
We got to look up
old boy sits there and he's talking.
Dude's fucking wide-eyed, don't blink.
Never fucking blinks the whole goddamn podcast.
All right, now we're gonna have to find it.
Yep. All right. Damn it! I think they took the cord inside too. Shit.
Well, it never works anyways.
That's true, it doesn't.
Why is your camera just kind of canted?
Hey,
it is kind of crooked, isn't it?
Don't fucking judge a podcast.
It ain't gonna work in here.
What?
Oh well, it's trying to connect to your Wi-Fi. Never mind. You may have to do it though, because it ain't.
I was gonna give you shit. Maybe you got cricket, but I know you actually got cricket.
I do, you motherfucker.
Give my phone.
Thanks to my asshole of an ex.
Yep.
It's on the tratter. Grassy ass.
Which one do you want to listen to? We gonna be in heaven and on the news, or you want to listen to the one talking about stealing his money, or?
Fuck. Is it on the talk of ticks?
I'm on Instagram trying to find it.
Okay.
TikTok has them, but it's like it's not the whole part of it.
The hell? Then weld porn has stripper pole repair on it. That's
good
shit
right
there. That's important shit right
there. That's the first I've ever seen.
That shit.
Oh man,
he is. Damn, stacking dimes on something. Oh,
that's
and it's a girl doing it. Son of a bitch!
You gotta make sure it ain't got no birds.
This is the one I was talking. This is the one I was talking about earlier. All right, so here we go.
Get up there into the microphone.
Well, I was gonna. I don't
know how much good we did, but I don't think we did any damage. Brother Lynn Rodray and I
Dude never blinks.
used to preach at the Brantley Center down in New Orleans. Now, the Brantley Center was a homeless shelter down in the French Quarter. You can imagine our clientele. If you listen to the sermon,
ain't got a tooth between them.
You got a glass of orange juice and a peanut butter sandwich. We didn't have no pianist, and Lynn Rodray is a Cajun through and through. He's from White Castle, Louisiana, which is below Thibodeau.
We do not own the rights to this.
He played football and baseball at LSU. And he get up there, and you ain't worship until you get there with all them high.
Did you watch it?
No, I ain't seen it yet.
Listen to Lynn Rodray lead the singing without accompanist. He say, him poetry, y'all ready? Y'all ready? What a friend we have in Jesus. He had that lasso roving.
What? Wait till the end.
There's my ride.
Sirens? He said, there's my ride.
He said, there's my ride.
All right, so let's see if we can find some more. I know I said... Oh, here we go. All right.
Oh, and I took my youngest son, Buck, out to the 10-time waterway, and we set out some trot lines. We set all the lines on one side of the river, except one we set on the other side. And 10 times not a terribly wide river.
Terribly wide,
deep, and it has barge traffic.
He said, I ain't got no brakes.
Barges are dangerous, and they throw big weights, and they ain't got no brakes either. We were crossing the river go to our last line. We caught a few fish. My son Buck was about 3. But he kind of baby talk and had a little speech impediment like I do. We got in the middle of the river and that 9.9 let me down. It just quit on me. I went to pulling the rope naturally. So about that time, here comes the barge around the corner. Well, at this moment, the cranking efforts increased dramatically. And so I went to pull real hard and I pulled the rope out. And that barge was blowing horn. Like I didn't see him. In a moment of genius, I took my boogie leash out, popped the coil handle off, wrapped it around the flywheel, and tried to crank it again. And at this point, my little son, speech impediment, baby talk, said, Daddy, you don't get that motor train, we're going to be in heaven and on the news.
All right, let me see if I can find the OG video.
This dude's funnier than hell. I'd love to have him. I'd love to have him, even if he just called in instead of driving up here or whatever. If he just called in on the freaking podcast, I'm pretty sure we'd all have extra crease in our eyes and face would hurt so much from giggling.
He said, "Daddy, we're gonna be on the news or in the heaven and on the news."
That's right.
Shit, where'd it go? I know I had it saved because I showed it to my dad.
And damn, we went from a woman welding a stripper pole. Man, that sucker opened up too. That'd pinch like hell. It'd be terrible. Hey, I got something. So here's something. This is a did you know kind of moment here. The more you know moment. Did you know that stripper poles are not affixed? They have bearings.
They spin, do they?
They do. Instead of them sliding around the pole.
What was the deal that Stone went to and had one in the back of his truck?
Oh, can we say that on here?
Yeah.
Okay. Calf fry.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they had a stripper
He put
pole
a
in the back of
fucking
the
stripper pole in the back. That was a 7.3.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and they had a few get on there. Yeah.
All right then. But yeah, now them stripper poles, they're not just a solid pole. They ain't sliding around that damn pole. That pole spins.
I kind of actually, that kind of lets me down.
Right?
Yeah,
I kind of thought that was a little more talent there. They're like, I was impressed.
It's still more than
How you think they're paying him $1?
I mean, still, the fact they can hold on to the thing upside down with their hootie hoo and spin around that thing, that's pretty impressive. Their hootie hoo.
That's a new term.
The PG-13 term.
Yeah, it's PG-13. There's young ladies in the room here.
I gotta find this video because it's fucking funny. Oh, okay, this is not the one I was talking about, but it's funny too.
Remind me to blink. I got a lot of comments about me.
You did get a few comments about blinking. That's true.
Oh, you said blink, blink, brother, blink.
Blink, brother, blink.
Blink, brother.
That's funny as shit.
Blake, brother, Blake.
Goddamn,
We do not own the rights to this either. This is a different podcast, and they are awesome. You need to go give them a follow.
Yeah, it's a pretty good job there. A little bump there, but nobody will never know. A hell of a lot better than that there nom hole that was in it. Oh, some bitch. Hey, look at that fire-breathing motherfucker.
No, there's a different one.
No, it's the same damn one. That
Okay.
motherfucker, classic.
It could be you.
Could be. Except mine won't even do that.
It just sounds like gunshots going off.
Yeah.
Yours has that same rod knock sound.
Oh! Shots fired. Literally. Oof. Little backfire there. Little
right.
fuego for the fun. And so much as a pulling motherfucker, though. All the torque.
And all the low RPM.
Yeah.
Is that steam?
Mm-hmm. Likely.
I saw that big ass pulley. Oof. He's got her wound up from the ground up.
I hope this is on your Patreon side because we done went down a lot of
rabbit holes.
Yeah,
we ain't
I'm still trying to find the one video and just to show Cody.
You got to do a lot of editing on this one.
No, hell, we ain't even
Fucker,
hit. We ain't
people
even
are paying to see this.
Yeah.
Well, I meant afterwards.
Nah, hell, we just keep we listen to this shit and we're going, God damn, we were drunker than hell, and then we get to the part where we actually start the podcast, and then that's what goes public. The people that don't pay, they don't get all this fun shit.
Dude, I could have swore I can't even find that one video.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about old dog collar.
Oh,
dog
I can't
collar.
freaking find it. Yeah, it's the same guy. I know I saved it because I showed it to my dad. And he freaking
You sent
died.
it to me, didn't you?
Yeah, probably a long time ago.
Fuck.
Yeah, I know. Some days you'll send me like 20 fucking reels.
We'd be bored at them days.
I'm like,
It's
damn,
fucking
aren't you
cold
working?
outside. Hell no, it's cold outside.
Sit my ass in the truck.
Warming up. Wait a minute. So this is one here. This is when you just don't care about problems anymore. Have you seen that? Did he send you that one?
No, I don't have Facebook, so no. Oh my God. You know, and if you don't care, it looks like they don't bother you. Or do they?
This motherfucker's still. I said, scratch my back, motherfucker.
These little snakes like, what the
Snake's
hell?
like, what? This motherfucker.
Never seen them.
What the hell is he doing?
I don't know. I could have swore I saved it, but I can't find it now.
He said, you make a good seatbelt. Come here. There you go. A little scarf.
That's what you need to wear in the forklift now, Sam.
Yeah.
Did I ever send you this one? He's a sheriff. He's talking about grasshopper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The listeners here deserve it. If they're paying, they deserve to hear
I
that.
was tootling around. I see this truck coming at me. Hit him with a radar. Run 106. Whoa. And, so I light him up. Well, he stops right across from me. I mean, it wasn't like, you can tell he's a pumper. You can see the pipe wrenches.
Oh,
and
rigger.
cables in the back.
You pumper.
Bumper.
I look up there and said, is there a medical emergency? He said, no.
I sent it to you, didn't I?
What's the deal? I said, a big green grasshopper on my windshield wiper, and I just kind of wanted to see how fast I go before he comes off. I said, how fast? He said, it's still there. And I told him, I said, buddy, I said, I don't want to get in the way of any scientific stuff, but I'm going to let you go.
I'm gonna let you go.
I'm going to let you go.
See, you know what? If you got a good reason,
He's still there.
He's still there.
That's right. Hey, I've done that shit, and I ain't never had no grasshopper make it to 106. I've had them make it to like 90 at the most.
Yeah.
And then and I had one of them that he was on the hood, and he was right there on the cowling, and he was started off sideways as we were getting on the highway, and then he turned, right? And then as we accelerated, he changed his downforce angle. I was like, oh, this motherfucker, like, Mother Nature has done figured this shit out. He changed his downforce angle. We hit about 92 miles an hour, and that bitch went... I was like, fuck, friction done won.
I think the most time I've had like an insect of sorts was a spider. Built the most intricate
That's a big word.
concept web I've ever seen in a bed of my pickup.
Damn.
And he was just sitting there just doing this. I hit 95. It's about all I could get the old 80s F-150 to go.
Yeah.
Had the old 302 screaming.
Oh, yeah, old 4-speed. And I got to the gas station, and I get out to pump fuel, and I'm like, no shit, that motherfucker is still there.
Now, I will say, mirrors, they do seem
I
to
wouldn't
last
know. I
a
can't
little.
see nothing out of mine, thanks to you right now.
Hey, wait a minute now.
No, it's your fault. You're catching the blame.
No.
We did not sink the pawpaw truck in it, so you're taking the blame for that
All right,
shit.
fair enough. I'll accept
I showed
it.
up after.
I
it was all
was
said
in-
and done.
You were
Passenger
coming
seat.
down the road by the time we sunk it in the
Yeah,
creek.
you missed out, buddy.
I didn't even see you.
I don't know how, because the
I
old
wasn't
dog
looking
was
at
out
I
there
understand
eating
there's a fucking rooster tail about 9 miles high.
24 valve screaming. I really don't know how.
Gone.
Full reverse fucking mud going all over
I
God's
really don't know how
creation.
you didn't see it.
That's fucking great. He's like, I didn't even see y'all. Like, what the? How in the fuck did you miss that motherfucker banging off the limiter?
I don't know, man.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. You two keep the old Patreons going here. I'll take a leak and we'll come back and get this started.
Oh, how often is this going to be?
How often is what gonna be?
The pee breaks.
Well, I
The
done
pee
broke
breaks?
the
Well, I
seal.
don't know. We done broke the seal, so it could be often. It could be infrequent. You never know. Freaking chill.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's fine. It's
All
just
right.
Georgia. It's fine. Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, have you ever seen this? Bitch? Wait. Oh, isn't that gonna? Oh, there it is. This motherfucker is playing tug of war with a tiger. And losing, mind you, but still.
Is that Mike Tyson? I'm joking. Golly, dude.
Like, it's not a little dude.
Yeah, but I mean, he's also got the worst shoes on for this.
Fuck it, regardless.
Oh, I know. Tigers will get you. Imagine, this was like playing rope with, or tug of war with your dog. Golly, dude.
That motherfucker just locked in. He said, "No, you ain't winning this tug of war, bud."
That's with his jaw.
Yeah. He's fucking holding him with his teeth. This son of a bitch is locked in, bared down, throwing all his fat ass weight on it. And that tiger's just like, come on, bitch.
The
what you
old
got?
cat's just there chilling. Chilling. Look, laying down almost.
Wasn't even fucking trying.
That is the top of the food chain.
Yeah, that's right. So them motherfuckers, they're still around.
And we're just living in it.
Yeah, we're living in their world because they allow it.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, y'all are loud.
These headphones really put it into perspective how loud our bullshit is.
Yeah. Well, but I think it's honestly. Did you find it?
No, but I got one more I've been meaning to send you guys, and you may have to edit this out.
Yeah, fuck it.
This is a good one.
It's Patreon,
All right,
so
here we
send
go.
it.
We've had 4 nuns come to confession.
He's hard to understand.
In Como, 4 nuns, and the first one said, she said, I've touched a man on his private
Oh, yes.
parts. They said, well, that could happen to anybody in the busy street. I know, but she said, I did it on purpose. But he said, on the way out, wash your hand in that holy water, you filthy. The second one came in, she said, I've touched a man's private parts with both hands. He said, well, it could have been an accident. She said, no accident. I've done it purposely. He said, well, wash both your hands in the holy water when you go out. Well, the fourth one said to the third one, can I go in front of you? She said, why? She said, well, I don't want to have to gargle that water after you've sat in it.
So here's the deal. I've been to Australia and actually talked to a true Englishman. And so that was real easy to understand.
It's not hard. It's some of it's on
No, but if you've ever actually talked to a true Englishman with his thick ass accent, yeah.
Y'all have never struggled with anything until you've spoken with a white South African man.
Oh, that's not what?
Yeah,
I tell you what.
They just
after
fucked
enough
you up.
of these Coors Light, I'll be right there with the best of them.
That's
So how
right.
about you say we?
You just say Coors Light. You're already there with us.
Well, you know what I mean. How about we get this going here, Sammy?
Oh, fuck, I don't know what the hell we talking about there, bud.
We're talking about Cody and the field truck, and
Yeah.
we got a whole line of
There
shit.
you
Let's go.
We got a Baja update here. So, all
We're
right,
enough
this
beers
is,
deep. We can come up with
this,
something.
yeah, that's right. This is Living the Dream podcast. I'm Sam,
I'm Josh.
I'm Cody.
and today we're gonna do a little recap on old Mr. Cody over here. He got a little update on his life situation. His blue collar has escalated.
He's married.
Whoa!
Don't wish that
Now,
upon
hold
me.
on, these ladies.
He said, "Don't
all
you
the
put
ladies,
that on me, Ricky
all
Bobby.
the ladies
Don't you
out
put
here
that
will
on
be
us."
disappointed that such a fine man has been.
I wish I could
Taking
grow a
a-
beard like that. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I wish I was taken, but it ain't
He
happening.
said, "Don't you put that on us, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that on me."
Womp, womp, womp. All right, well, Cody, what's the
We just lost
update?
all of our viewers.
Yeah, they're all like, well,
Fucked it up.
fuck it. Cody's married. We're done. Fuck this shit. We were holding out for that son of a bitch.
But it was
Just
just
to
a
lie.
I've been.
What the hell?
I do like how it cancels out, when loud noises are.
Yeah, you get that, and it just mutes everything.
I can't hear nothing now.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Ears are ringing. Should have had earmuffs on.
Got earmuffs
No,
and don't do shit.
It's been what? 4th of July. How many
Yeah, it's
damn
4th of
months has
July.
that
That's,
been? First
so-
Damn near a
podcast
year.
and the last one till now. So here we are.
There you go. Yeah. Well, he kind of did a little cameo last podcast.
Yeah.
And then now he got his ass trapped. He's boxed
I know.
in now. He can't
But
get
I-
out.
Well,
The
they
6
offered
O's
beer,
broke
so
down
here we are.
outside.
Well,
We got
that's
it.
also true.
Yeah,
Here we are.
beer and trapping him. He can't get.
Whole 6 liter done let him down.
It's
You know,
pissing in my driveway.
it's bad whenever you're a diesel mechanic and your own shit gets neglected.
No,
No,
that's no different than any mechanic.
I was fixing to say, I'm pretty sure that's how it goes with every fucking mechanic.
Yeah, so don't ever buy a mechanic on
Say most
vehicle.
people see mechanic special and they go, ooh, I see
Ooh.
mechanic specials like, oh.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
That means that
Well,
son
we
of a
ain't
bitch
buying
ain't
that
touched
son of a
it
bitch.
ever.
Anyhow.
So I mean,
So what are you up to these days, Cody?
well, I accepted a new position at my job,
Ooh.
which involves field service.
Attaboy.
Now I got a truck to take home every day. Now it's not the biggest truck yet; it's on the way.
We can't all be cool.
Yeah.
Like Josh.
So
Building
for
our
now,
own custom truck.
like, exactly.
Cody saw the pile I brought home the first time.
Well, yeah, I helped you a little bit,
Hey,
but hey, we all start somewhere, you know.
That's true.
And as if your company's allowing you to build something of your dreams,
That's true.
You can't beat it, man.
Well, yeah.
Okay,
So I
you
my
can.
name could be on the title, but I got no expense here. I build it, drive it.
Build
Yeah.
it, drive it. They pay for everything and shoot you.
yeah, that's like somebody handing you a blank check saying, "Hey, build the truck of your dreams."
And you're
You'd
like,
be like,
Is there a cap? I mean, like, what are we talking here?
"No,
Yeah, you
just
don't
when,
ask those
when
kind
you,
of questions. You just build it.
That's
Well,
right.
yeah.
No, when you're done, you just
No.
I'll sign the bottom."
As soon as you start getting told no, you're like, well,
It's like Yellowstone. He's gonna give me a GC brand when it's done. I can't leave.
Yeah, they all gather around a fire at night, and they're like, "Take your shirt off."
Yeah. That sounded kind of weird.
on the Peter tune.
Yeah,
Peter,
but we did
whoa.
sign that. We did sign that.
There you go.
That's close enough.
I asked him the other day, I said, "Did you bring it home for the winter or did you leave it in the lake?" "I brought it home, but it's in my driveway because it won't fit in the shop. It's too tall." I said, "Hey, all you're doing is bringing the property value up, boss."
Yeah, there you go. So service truck. So you're in a service truck now.
Yep. Okay. Sort of.
Damn.
I ain't name dropping nothing here, but
I'll
Yeah,
name
no.
drop the shit.
No,
not for Cody's sake.
easy,
not
easy.
for my
It was a joke.
I know.
Chill out.
So I mean, for
Rock your t-shirt down there.
That's right. Yeah. If y'all want one of these, you got to send us a message on Facebook.
Hey, you done good. The past few podcasts ain't been none of that shit.
Well, I ain't wore it.
Like we talked. No, I don't mean the t-shirts. I just
The
mean what we
other-
talked about in general.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to keep the advertisements to a minimum, but I'm just saying, I got a box of these some
Yeah, if
bitches
you want a
sitting in the
t-shirt,
truck.
they are cool t-shirts.
They're cool T-shirts. They got
And they're high
on
vis,
the
so
front. They're
you'll
on the
be good.
back. You know, you'd be good for any construction site. I
Mr.
know,
Safety Man and DOT Man, all you have to have is a cowboy hat, hard hat, and you'll be
Yes.
good to go.
Hey, and I do realize right now it's in the winter, but hey, you buy these for the future.
We
You
need
know,
hoodies.
summer's coming.
you ever thought about doing hoodies?
Yeah, but
Dude,
I
it
can't.
took
I
us
can't
long
sell
enough
the
to get
goddamn
these.
T-shirts as it is.
Yeah, I'll
So-
buy one.
Yeah, well, you buy a T-shirt. Well, maybe we'll have hoodies next go
See,
around.
that's the fuck
There
we
we
fucked
go.
up on too. We made it. I thought it may just be me being wrong, but I thought we talked about anybody that was on the podcast or called in just got a T-shirt.
Yeah, well, that's
So Cody
it's-
gets T-shirt.
Yeah, Cody gets T-shirt. There you go.
I'll still buy
I'm
one.
a
I'll
terrible
put it towards
salesman.
the cause. I'll
There
put
you go.
money
All
towards
right.
the cause.
Hey, we'll give you a T-shirt if you're on the podcast, but if you feel like donating, we ain't
He's
gonna
like,
fucking
"Here, I'll
turn
buy
it
you a
away."
case of beer."
Fuck yeah.
I'm a terrible salesman.
Terrible.
Yeah, we take payment in beer or money. It's either one. you know.
Yeah.
It's
As
entertainment.
long as you don't send us cases of Bush Light or Natty
Yeah,
Light,
no,
we're
fuck
good to
that
go.
shit.
What's wrong
No.
with Bush Light?
Fuck that.
Hey,
Hey, did I send
hey.
you the video where the old boy? He was like, he does TikTok videos, and one guy I guess he tries different drinks. One old boy commented, he said, "Bush Light on ice with a orange Gatorade packet, like
You were telling
energy
me about
pack."
it.
Homeboy tried it, and he was not didn't think he was gonna be for it, and he's like, "Dude, if it was summertime, I'd tear this shit up." He's like, "On the lake," he said, "you can't taste the Bush Light in it at all." He said it tastes like an orange Gatorade. So, well, that'd fuck you up on the lake.
I'm telling
You
you.
white girl wasted. Anyhow, back to Cody's story.
Fucked up and hydrated. Anyhow.
No more pissing yellow. may have a tint to it,
just-
but
Just a little tinge.
it's better than what I got going on.
Yeah, I know. Mountain Dew drinking, Pepsi drinking.
Looks
no
like
water.
his shirt. His shirt.
Oh,
Your lettering, his shirt.
Oh, okay. Hey.
No, it ain't gray. I think if I had that shit going on, we'd be in some deep
You might
trouble.
go talk to a doctor on that
Yeah,
one.
We might run down to urgent care.
But no, so this company I work for, until they get an actual service truck, I got a truck that was meant for a different position,
A plumber.
which was intended for a
Dude,
quick
Danielle's
response.
got a bigger truck than you got.
Shit. I don't know. I got crew cab long bed Rams.
She got an F-350.
I just got a 2500.
Damn.
I knew what I was talking about when I said.
But I tell you what, whenever you got a plumber's bed full of all the tools you can get, Montezuma boxes and air compressor on that sucker, you got all the traction and snow out there. You can.
That's true. Hey, I'll tell you right now. The wife left in the service truck, and she didn't have no trouble getting up the hill. But the old D Nolly out there, that son of a bitch was a wada.
Coming up, it ain't no problem going down it. Still.
Now, what I will say,
Yeah.
what I might have on your wife's service truck is a full drive.
Yep, you do have that.
I got that
hers,
full drive, which has come in handy.
Yeah, hers is just the 2-wheel gasser.
Well, and regardless as much take shit as you can talk, it doesn't matter what service truck you get, you will always outgrow that sumbitch.
Oh, yeah.
You'll never have enough room.
I mean, truthfully, from going from the shop to my service truck, which is a small service truck, I mean, it's a 3/4 ton long bed with a plumber's bed. I mean, the boxes are only 14 inches deep.
Yeah, I wasn't talking shit.
I mean, what can you fit in that? I mean, I convinced them to finally let me put the triangle toolboxes on it to give me some extra room.
Yeah.
And they actually reimbursed me for it because they liked it
Hell yeah.
And they're like, we want to keep it on there if that's cool with you. And I was like, hey, you can give
Yeah,
me
because
money.
they know they're
Yeah,
gonna
you-
fuck somebody else.
You pay me,
You can have
let you
it.
have
And
it.
within a week, I
I'd
had
still
the
pull them off and put them on your new truck.
Nah,
It's
I
still a
won't-
company truck.
I won't need it on the new truck.
Yeah, you will. You'll run out of room.
I'm sure I will.
You
but-
see the truck I'm in now, and I'm wishing I had more boxes.
I mean, right now, I've only have probably about 70% of the tools out of my toolbox in the truck. And I mean, that's packing it. Like, I mean, I literally built a platform in the back seat so it's secured for DOT. And I have pack outs all in the back seat.
DOT. Who's that name? I heard of
I
her.
can't even spell that shit.
Never heard of her.
But, I mean, other than that, I mean, I've been on a few calls where, like, because I don't have a crane, no oil vacuum stuff, like nothing.
Yeah.
So I've been out on like 4 or 5 server calls so far where I'm like, my hands are tied, I can't do anything.
So we're going to kick it on back for you guys who may not have watched the 4th of July episode or may just not remember it. Cody works on the same shit I do. Heavy equipment, some lighter shit, but you still need a crane to do it.
Yeah, there ain't anything that's small or lightweight from any of this shit that he works on.
So we
Yeah.
ain't name dropping shit.
I mean, I
but-
went out on a. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying we ain't name dropping shit, but that's what he's in. That's his element. What he's working on.
I mean, I went out on a little. They're like little remote controlled compactors. You know, you can steer them and they compact the dirt. I needed a crane the other day
Damn.
to lift it up so I could take the drum apart.
Oh,
I didn't have
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
don't
but-
have a bottle jack or something you can stick under it? You can't do that?
And I felt
They-
that's
yeah,
what I
they
told
wouldn't
Cody. Like,
yeah.
that's what I keep telling Cody too. You know, it's like you're in the rental department, so it's not your fault. But
rental
you,
is a
you
lot
go
different.
out to these. Well, just in general, you don't own the truck. It's not your fault.
Right.
But you go out to these job sites and the customer's there, and it's like they see what you need and that you can't do the job, and it comes back on the company
Right.
It does.
as far as what the hell are you sending out. here? Like,
They are trying to.
if they're
I'm
trying
not-
to better it, that's one
They
thing.
are trying to better. And I'm not trying to. This really isn't like my management's fault. This is higher than them.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because like even my management was like, "What are we supposed to do with this? This is like a little Tonka toy. Like it's
I'm
just
trying to run and put product links on.
right." And so like, but like, so they
When
told me
when I interviewed, they wanted to put me in a 1-ton dually. Why the hell they wanted to put me in that, I have no idea. Because it was literally a 1-ton 4-door dually with a factory dually bed that said their rental department
it was
on
going to
site.
be rat packs in the back. By the way,
Either way, though, it was a factory
It
truck
was.
to do
Rat
computer work.
What's
and-
that?
Like
you
the
have to look
slide
at
out
it.
drawers and shit.
Almost like a deck system, but a little different.
Okay.
But they wanted to put me in that to go do computer product link and that kind of shit. It's like, why the hell do I need that?
So
I don't need
that
all
was
that
that
truck.
was little.
That's bigger than what they got their service guys in.
So that was about okay. All right. I feel like I can still fit more shit in that in my truck than
It was a
one-ton dually.
factory dually bed.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I can still fit more shit than
Well,
that.
maybe. But still, what do I need for a... All I'm doing is computer and product link. Dude, give me a fucking... I don't
Give
know.
me a laptop and some fucking notepads.
I'll take my own truck.
Yeah.
But I mean, like,
I'll quit interrupting. Just tell us your,
no,
your view.
I've blanked. I knew this was.
No,
gonna
just tell us about what's going on here.
happen. So I mean, wow, that was loud.
That was really loud. Don't do that again.
Oh, yeah? All right.
Still loud. All right. So,
Yeah. Shh. Shut the fuck up. Not quiet enough. Anyhow.
I mean, it really hadn't been too bad. I mean, there's just been stuff I can't do, but there's been a lot I can. Like troubleshooting is my deal.
The freedom of being in a field truck.
The freedom
nice.
of being in a field truck, just I don't know. It's not for everybody. If you
Definitely
can,
not.
It's not. If you can manage the elements and being out in the shit and just sometimes you just got to sit there, put your big boy pants on, and just forget about life.
You didn't have to call me out like that, but yeah. Just fucking with you. Yeah.
I mean,
It's definitely not for
it's
everybody.
not for everybody.
Sam would never make it.
Oh no.
Oh, I thought he was back in here. I'm not talking shit without him hearing me. He'll hear this when he edits it.
Yeah, there he goes. When he's editing it, he's gonna go.
Like, he'll go, what the? I'll probably be sitting in there with him. What the fuck? Okay, draw. Shh. Edit that out.
Good. No. Okay.
Cut. All right. Anyhow, back to this field truck.
So I mean, other than not being able to do stuff, now I will say like the management now that I'm working with is like the position was meant for a.
He's just gonna keep handing them out, I guess.
The position was meant for a, well, I won't say it like the true term, but let's just say a quick response. So like a customer calls like, hey, I got this issue. You send this guy out there, because that way it's somebody on site within the same day to look at their shit, whether they actually are able to fix it or not. And
Basically make a presence.
Basically make a presence. And then they're telling me all this.
Your
and
front
then-
man.
Right. And then they were telling me like there's a pay cap on the truck, and I'm above the pay cap, and I'm like, you know what? I just don't want no interest in that, because they're like, there's no raise. I'm like, if I'm going from the shop to a truck.
Like Cody, the day he interviewed, came to the house that evening and was telling me about it, and he was like, dude, I'm just going to call him. Like, I ain't doing it. I was like, wait a minute. At least see what they offer. I was like, because if you just call them tomorrow morning before they make an offer and tell them you don't want it, you're shooting yourself in the foot for further endeavors.
This is true.
Yeah.
Because
I said, at least let them, if you're going to turn it down.
See where the money is.
I said, if you're going to turn it down, whatever. I don't blame you for the truck. But at least let them make
sure
you an
get some-
offer. That way you don't just shoot yourself in the foot.
Yeah, you gotta make sure that is in line.
Exactly. There you go.
Make sure the coin is there.
Because not even for me in the interview being like, hey, like, is there any sort of like, pretty much like any money being thrown at this? And they were like, oh, probably not. Because they ended up changing the position for me to initially telling them, I don't want nothing to do with this whole quick response shit.
Right.
I want to be an actual tech out there fixing stuff.
Either way, though, as far as I'm concerned, whether it's rapid response or not, you're working in heavy equipment, you need a crane. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
And so after all that, I finally got the interview because they changed position to an actual field position. So I was like, okay, we're cool. And they're like, there's a truck in the works, but it could be a while. Okay.
Yeah.
And so in the interview, I kept like, hey, is there any sort of like, increase in pay? And like, no, not really. Probably just be straight across. And I was like, like just kept,
Right.
It's not worth it. You go from
Right.
a shop to doing fucking snow. Fuck that, dude. And that's what I was
Exactly.
telling him. He kept coming to me and asking me questions, and it's like, dude, I'm not going to sugarcoat this shit. Because I was in the shop, wanted in a field truck bad. I grew up with my dad in a field truck. So my whole deal was, I knew what it kind of took to
Just trying
move.
to make it quiet.
There's no reason to make it quiet, sir. We drink beer on this podcast.
Okay.
It's okay if you crack it in the mic. Okay.
But
They're aware.
He kept coming to me and asking me questions, and it's like, dude, I'm all for you being in a field truck. I think the field's fucking awesome. I said, but one thing I would not, absolutely not do is take a pay cut. So you're going from working in a nice shop, your shit's taken care of, your shit's dry, you take, it's what it is what it is.
Fucking
Then
hazard
last
pay.
week, I'm working in the fucking snow, my shit's rusted, you're
yeah.
you're in the weather, you're buying bibs, whatever. I said, it's
Yeah.
not, is it worth it? Yes. Is it worth it for the same amount of money? Absolutely not.
And so I went to Josh that night. We were talking, and he's like, "Hey, just don't tell them no yet. Just see what they come back with." I was like,
Well,
I've
my
already
big
said
deal
no.
was, did I think it was worth it? No. Would I have taken it? No. Did they give him more money? Yes. And that's not my business to speak. But as far as the truck goes, is it worth? To me, is it worth it? No.
Yeah.
I went to the field in a big truck. I didn't start out in a small truck.
Yeah.
So my deal was, no, it's not worth it. Would I have done it? No. But he comes to me. He's like, well, I think I'm just. He's like, he agreed with me. He's like, I'm just going to call him tomorrow morning and tell him it's off. I said, well, my perspective or point of view was, let them at least make you an offer.
Yeah.
And if you turn that down, then you can at least have a reason of, well, you weren't going to pay me more money, or you were going to pay me more money, but I didn't have a truck to do it out of. I said, don't just call them out of nowhere and turn it down before they make you an offer, because if you don't take this now and then in 2 months they come out with a different job, you know, that you may want, whether it be in an office, a field position, a shop, whatever. But if you want that job, then they're just going to write you off because you didn't even take their offer. Right. That was my perspective. I said, at least...
After you told me that, I 100% agree.
I was like, if you're going to turn it down, that I agree. I said, but at least let them make you an offer.
Yeah.
And I was expecting an offer like a few days later, and no shit, I get to work at 7. Before 8 o'clock, I had a phone call.
Yeah.
And it was like quite a decent amount. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it, let's go for it.
Yeah.
I ain't going to turn it down. Mm-hmm. And, you know, and like within the company I'm at least if you don't thrive out there, it's not for you. You can move.
Yeah.
You might have to wait a little bit.
On this side of it.
No, yes. I will say that this side of
where we were before.
No. Where we were before, like I've seen how it's run now. I've been over there. I would never go back.
Oh, hell, I wouldn't have gone back when I left.
Whenever we were all over there, though, the whole little clique we had going, that was a fun time.
Yeah, but that's only because I got moved up there in that bay, and then you were under Dad.
Yeah,
I get it. There's some of that stuff that's worth it though, because you have that camaraderie. It's like I was talking to some guys earlier this week whenever I was an operator, as you know, like a laser operator. I enjoyed the shit out of it because it was a lot of fun. You know, there was you were always doing something new. It seemed like there was always some new challenge because Lord knows you get something like everybody thinks that fucking metal comes out and it's perfectly straight and it's the same goddamn size all the time. That's bullshit. That motherfucker comes out like a Pringles potato chip sometimes, and it's everything.
Half of it's air.
Yeah. And it's everything you can to get the hole in the same place all the way down the summit, especially whenever they're like, hey, I want a 9-foot long piece of steel and I want this hole within 5 thousandths from end to end. Horse shit.
Yeah.
But the goddamn steel moves 1/8 of an inch from end to end, okay? But, you know, I enjoyed the shit out of being an operator, and I worked on my own stuff because we didn't have the quick response technicians or any of that shit. So it was, you know, all right, well, it's either going to be down for 4 hours until the maintenance guy gets here, and then it might be down for another 4 hours while he tries to fix it. Or you can use the 4 hours that it's going to take him to get here to try and figure some bitch out. Yeah. And, you know, I learned a lot about repairing stuff and CNCs and stuff like that, and really crude ass repairs. But, you know, there's a lot to just applying yourself and taking that opportunity, because then you get into situations where they offer you a position and you're like, I like the idea of the position, but what's it worth to you?
Right.
And then you get that whole deal where they're like, they slide that napkin across the table if you ever get in that situation, and you look at the napkin and you're like, inside your ass is jumping up and down going, woo!
But you're like,
but then you're like, that's all right.
I gotta be cordial.
And then you slide it back across and you're like, got a napkin of my own. And then you write on the napkin, because I will tell you, as someone that might be a little older in this predicament,
I'm the youngest here.
You take that napkin as it comes across the table, and you're like, man, that's a really good offer. But you always got to throw that but in there.
I fucked around and I got a wife and kid at home.
Hey, fuck it. Whether you got a wife and kids at home or not, it doesn't matter. If you're single, you've got even more leverage because you ain't got shit banking on it. Okay, you're asking to eat Hungry Man's and bologna sandwiches for the next 6 months.
Because if I tell them I'm a single man, they're deducting that shit.
Well, I wouldn't tell them that.
You start throwing you just start taking talents and skills at them is what you do.
You take the risk of like,
I'm here every day.
This is what I know I'm worth.
Fucking 20-ounce Red Bull, dude. Let's rock and roll.
Like this pay raise doesn't even cover my Red Bull addiction.
Really
cook that
doesn't.
My
shit.
Red Bull, my nicotine addiction.
Let's
That's right.
get it.
So you sit here and you look at that and you're like, man, that's pretty good. But hold on just a minute here. Let me write maybe a little note there. And you slide that bitch back
Here's
across
my
the table
counter.
with your counter. Always counter. I'm going to tell you that right now.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I'm an
you
idiot.
Fucked up,
Well, that's
Ron.
fine. That's fine. Because you were trying to get it. Because you're okay. So I'm gonna say always counter if you're trying to do it within the same position. If you're just trying to break in the door, as long as it's above what you're making right now,
Yeah, it was.
then I don't have a problem with not countering on that
They
one
took a
because
step up.
yeah. So there
My
ain't
deal
nothing wrong
was
with
he's going into it in a truck. He can't do 70% of his job in,
okay, but
so he's gonna get not so.
but
Okay,
the
you can't
original
do the job.
but the original job description though was a quick response tech. Am I wrong?
Yes.
Okay, but when they send him out to an excavator they've thrown the tracks off of, you need a goddamn crane.
Yep.
So my idea or my thought of the truck is you get in a truck, you can't do the job. So you're getting irritated, you're getting burnt out with it. You know, that was and so he's getting the wrong taste of field service. Was my thought of it.
Now I will say there is like a perspective on how people take things, and so I haven't got burnout yet. I've enjoyed every minute of it.
Well,
I mean,
it's early.
No. I'm telling you, like whenever, well, I can't say too much, but whenever your boss is telling you that you're excelling more than people that are in the more capable trucks,
That definitely makes it help.
That makes it worth it.
That makes it worth it.
Yeah. Well, okay. So we'll say because
Okay, so that's a whole nother deal on itself. Bosses who recognize their employees for
Fuck
excelling
yes.
and give them the
Oh.
credit, that's a whole nother deal in
Whole
itself.
nother deal.
dude.
Yeah.
You want if you want
Which is
to
it could
have
be a whole nother topic for
It
a
really
podcast.
could. It
Because
really
in
could.
reality,
Well-
if you're a boss,
Oh.
you need to give your guys.
I've had some bad management over the years, and Josh can vouch for this too.
Well,
I
we
want to tell you
both
that.
can. Yeah.
It makes you just not want to work there.
Well, okay,
100%.
so
We both can. That's why you
a
think
couple
I'm
of-
gone.
So a couple of things that we were talking about that we considered talking about tonight, or at least I considered talking about tonight, was
Fucking do it.
one was the whole Cody thing and the little accolades to the bro up here because he's moving up in the world, and then the other
That's what we
thing
get for
was
not sitting in an office chair all day.
the other thing was the on call aspect of it, which I know
Yes.
I know this guy has gotten a taste of the on call aspect of it. I've been on call since I got
yeah.
fucking hired on for the last 7 years. There's an on call rotation. So
If there's one thing I have an advantage on these two guys, it's that right there.
that's true.
I
This
don't have
motherfucker
to
over
fuck
here
with
does
that.
not have to
I'm
deal
not-
with on call ever.
So the on call for
I mean,
me,
shit breaks are calling all three of us.
I've only done it for one weekend so far. So we have 5 technicians now, so it's every 5th week.
Well, that's not as
It's
good as I have it.
Well.
But
Let me ask you a question, Cody. If you are not on call, would you answer that on call phone?
shit.
No.
Got you, bitch.
Now, if I happen to be like if I'm not on call, the phone ain't with me.
Right. Okay.
If I did happen to be,
Do you
at
have
the
a phone or do they call you your personal?
They call my personal.
Oh, that's uncalled for,
That's
man.
fucked up, dude. That's
Yeah.
out of line.
I'm paid handsomely though.
So
I
I
don't
am
give a
gonna
fuck.
say that.
You're gonna have to quit using that as an excuse.
So
That's
I
all
mean,
there is to it.
But it's really
They
hard
ain't
not
paying
to
you that
though.
damn good.
No, they're really not.
if I did happen to be near the phone and it did get wrong, if it's like another technician or something asking a question, I'm gonna answer it. I'm gonna talk to him,
Okay. No, I can respect that because
or even like my boss.
But if they need help, like where he's gonna have to go, he's gonna pick up an accent real fucking fast.
you know what? If depending on what the
my name
situation is,
Jeff.
depending on what the situation is and what I'm doing that weekend, if I'm just sitting at home not doing shit,
Look, sometimes
what?
if it's the
Money's money.
depending
I
on
mean, go
depends
for it.
on who the
Yeah.
technician is too. Because if
This
it's
is
a
coming-
technician,
this
I
is
don't
coming
like,
from-
fuck this
this is-
motherfucker.
This is coming from two guys that are, living by themselves, don't have no responsibilities.
this is
you,
true.
on the other
Yeah.
hand,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, 4 hours is 4 hours, man.
true that.
So I mean, like, so my
Shit, I'd be working this weekend if the Pete was back.
so the deal is you're on
Fuck,
call
I'd have
every
been there
5th
working
week.
for free.
Yeah.
So would
Yeah.
Cody.
We'd all be up there. That bitch would be put together by now.
Oh yeah. So,
Anyhow, sorry.
no, you're good. So like every 5th week you're on call. Well, it's really the weekend because during the week, everybody's working on shit all day long, anyways.
So do you get after hour calls or is it just mainly daylight?
It could be after hours, like depending on situation. Like there's a dirt track race going on up here.
Oh, okay.
And I'm the guy for it because we rented all this equipment to him for dirt cheap for our sponsorship.
Expo.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so there's a guy on call that weekend, but I'm reserved just for them.
Yeah.
So I'm not even on call that weekend, but under special circumstance, I was asked and I did volunteer for it. But I'm just also
Fucking A, right, I'll go watch some races.
exactly.
Fuck yeah.
So like I'm like, okay, you know what? It's fine. I'll just go do it. But so like I'm reserved just for them that weekend.
Then they said, no, your truck can't go. He said, fuck you guys, want a drag strip.
That's right. Fuck this shit.
Fuck this shit. But no, I mean, other than that, like being on call every 5th weekend, I did my first weekend last weekend. And I had 9 hours in one day, and it wasn't that bad, except for the fact of I went out to a machine, like, okay, do you guys want to shut it down? It's safe to run, but I could fix it if you shut it down. No, we don't want to. Okay, well, so I went there for
Quit
nothing.
calling.
But they didn't know what the issue was. They just kept seeing like, oh, shit, stop this machine light.
Right.
And it ended up just being, for something to aid starting the machine.
Yeah.
So other than that, then they're like, hey, there's a 323, the track came off. So 323 is a pretty big excavator. I mean, the body of this machine would probably fill this shop.
It's small.
It's still small, though. That's the thing.
For guys that run equipment, they know.
Yeah. And so I have no crane.
For what Cody's working out of, it's a big goddamn machine.
Big machine. I have no crane.
Yeah.
I had to go to the shop and grab some chains, some tie-down chains for trailers, because we have a few of those laying around because we rent trailers too.
Homeboy gets back there Monday morning. Where's my goddamn chains?
That's pretty much what happened. And so I had a few come-alongs of my own on the truck, luckily. And
You need to
some
quit
chains.
buying that shit on your own.
I already had it from being in the shop, though.
That's understandable, but when you talk about them jacks and shit, fuck
Yeah.
that, dude. That's on their truck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I get out there, and the dude's like, it ended up being one of our own salesmen that rented this machine for like a month, but he had a crew running it.
Mm.
They got it off.
Interesting.
They got it off in the worst spot known to man.
Swamp land.
On what?
I've had a couple dozers that
Swamp
were
land.
off
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
fucking bad, dude.
I mean, this was off bad, and like, I had to cross a pond dam with 2 ponds on the side, and it's the width of a side to side.
But could you get your truck to it?
I got my truck to it.
I've had two. One where I worked for Carmack, and then one where I'm at now. Where, well, Carmack put the undercarriage underneath it, where we had to drag him some bitches out with excavators because there was no getting a truck to him through the tracks off of
Well,
it.
Damn
and,
it.
And so I got to it. I somehow drove down in there. I mean, the truck all scratched to shit. Fuck it.
Your new truck.
Okay, so let me interrupt one more time. I do not understand how, as an operator, you throw the fucking tracks off of something and keep running it.
Well, they did.
Don't get it. 100%. I do not
As soon as
understand
it
it.
came off, they shut it down where it was.
How do you get it off?
It was too loose. They weren't greasing this motherfucker.
They weren't, or the rental
look
guys
at that.
weren't.
Wait a minute.
They weren't.
So this goes back to the previous episode. We take a little fucking pride in your shit and greasing some bitch.
Yeah.
Well-
there should be no reason you're walking tracks off of something.
I will say, the train they were on, and they put about 40 hours on it.
Are you on the fucking maintenance side or are you on the goddamn operator side?
I'm on the maintenance side here. Actually.
Are you?
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm hearing a whole lot of goddamn backing up the
I hear
damn
excuses,
operator.
Cody. I hear excuses.
Hearing a lot of goddamn excuses for an operator.
I'm not excusing the operator.
All
I
right.
was just saying they put this many hours on it, and they should have been checking the tension.
I'm still hearing operator defense.
They don't know the specs, though.
I'm saying the operator should have been checking the tension.
But they don't know the specs.
They don't know the specs.
It's in the operator. The operator's manual.
They ain't reading that
How
shit.
many of them motherfuckers even read English?
I know they're not reading it, but
True story.
This motherfucker wrote English.
Dude, you're talking about
wrote
greasing
English?
tracks,
Read
and I had a
English.
guy run a machine out of fuel twice this week. Same machine.
Same machine.
Shame machine.
Same machine.
Oh, Coors Light's talking.
Same machine.
Ran that motherfucker out of diesel fuel twice this week.
So, I mean, other than, okay, so let's just forget that. Anyways, where it's at, I don't know how I got my truck to it. I got it down there. So I'm like turning this machine the body sideways, trying to lift up this track.
Right.
I got chains hooked to my truck, just pulling. I mean, bam, bam, just back and forth, trying to get the track to pull. I can't pull it. So then I'm holding tension, got chain going from the track, because the track fell off inward,
Right.
which is the worst way. If it fell off outward, I could at least use the other track and the bucket
How
to try
in
to
the
get it.
fuck do you kick a track off to the inside?
beats me, dog. I was just out there. And
I don't know, man.
so the guy that rented it, I mean, okay, I'm not gonna talk shit here, but he wasn't very operator inclined.
I'll talk shit. That's fucking stupid,
He wouldn't run it.
motherfucker.
He told me he couldn't run it, and he couldn't help me. So I was like, well, shit.
Well,
okay.
the guy running it's an idiot.
Yeah.
and
So-
homeboy
so-
needs to quit renting shit out for third-party companies.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's his.
Doesn't matter. They're doing the work.
It's on
he
him
needs
no
to
matter
quit
what.
renting the shit
Yeah.
out.
So we get it. And I'm trying to do everything I can. He finally said, hey, I got a 40/20 tractor out here.
Oh, John Deere.
And some hay spikes. You think we can do something? I was like, yeah, that'd be helpful.
Did you like suck the adjuster in?
Oh, yeah. I used the bucket and put it right to the track and went,
If them fucking things are that tight, that just means you're even more of an idiot to kick them off.
It only, I mean, okay, I mean, it did suck in quite a bit. The way that
Okay,
it
but
kicked
still.
off, it shouldn't have, yeah. And so finally I got it, he couldn't do anything, I couldn't do anything, and I finally called my on-call manager, and I was like, dude, there's nothing I can do. Like, I don't have a crane. If I had a crane, this would have been fixed a
You know
long
what
time
comes
ago.
in handy in them situations where you're dragging on tracks? Knuckle
What's-
booms.
Well, there you go. So all we got is
Dude,
cable
I
cranes.
thought I was gonna hate that truck when I got it. Fucking knuckle booms for the win. I'd trade my cable crane in 7 days out of the week for a knuckle boom. 100%.
Because, I mean, the knuckle boom, the way,
Isn't it-
the
isn't
way
that
you
what's
can
going on with the
manipulate
beat?
It is.
Yeah.
it. And so he's like, you know what? There's a guy, another technician. He's like, he's on standby. I'm going to send him out here. I was like, don't do that, man. Don't. It's not even his weekend.
I don't give a shit.
And he said, you know, I'm going to send him out there. I said, okay. So I called the guy after he was on the road, and I was like, hey, he's like, I'm going to kick your ass when I see you. And he was joking. He's a joking guy. He's like, no. He's like,
Like I wish a motherfucker would. Let's go.
Come on,
and
man.
then, no, he's like, no, I'm going to kick the salesman's ass for letting this happen. And I was
That's
like, yeah.
right.
And so he got out there. I mean, he's 2 hours
Holds
away.
fucking arms. Let's go.
He lives all the way on the north side of the lake, west of here,
Damn.
or east of here. And we were all the way down.
Uthal?
No, Grant. He lives on the north side of
That's
Grant.
2 lakes away, dude.
Yeah. So he lives on the north side of there, and we're all the way down in Boynton. I don't know if you know where that's at.
Damn.
Yeah, he had
that's
a fucking
way
haul.
the fuck
Yeah.
down there.
And so I'm just
Hell,
sitting there.
even you had a haul.
yeah.
That's only about 50 minutes from my house.
That's,
that's
a
a haul.
fucking haul,
that's,
brother.
that's like nothing for where I've been driving.
Yeah.
And so I'm just sitting there.
You get to charge mileage. I just get paid by the hour.
No, I mean I get
I'm
paid
driving from fucking here to.
I get paid by
down
the hour
south.
too.
Oh yeah. Well, they're making money off.
Yeah. And so the on-call manager's like, I hate to do this to you, but can you sit there till he gets there? I was like, yeah. So I'm just
yeah.
sitting in the
Fuck 'em.
truck for hours just getting paid. The dude finally shows up. I got him in there, and I was like, hey, there's this pond dam. And, like, he's in a crew cab, extra long bed, 550 Ford, crane and everything. Like, he's wide. He's dually and all. And I'm like, if
I
you
don't
don't want
think
to...
you're going to fit.
Well, before this, what I ended up doing was I turned that, what do you want to call that? The undercarriage. I turned it around, and I sat there and jump steered it all the way out of where it was. I mean, it was in a hole.
Yeah.
Because I was like, there's no way he's going to get his service truck down here.
Right.
So I got it up out of there, but I did not want to cross a pond dam with it. I mean, it's a 30, 40 ton machine. Like, I'm not crossing the pond dam. I'm sorry. Say what you want. I'm not doing it.
I got
rent it.
real fucking good with a knuckle boom, and I didn't have a remote for mine. I was standing at the back of the truck doing it. Fucking, I had to pull the tracks off and resell the track adjusters in them. I got real fucking good at pulling tracks off, doing all that shit, putting tracks back on.
Yep. And so, like, I wasn't going to cross it unless if I had to. So
Right.
the dude showed up. We finally tracked all the way down to where this pond dam was. And I was like, if you don't want to cross this, we'll figure something else out.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm just going to watch you cross, and then afterwards I'll cross. And he saw it wasn't soft or nothing, so he crossed too. We had to go through some pretty good dips, and he freaking drug his hitch all the way through. Had freaking just mud just stuck to it like that. But we got in there in about an hour and a half. We had it fixed, but he was like, there's no way you could have done this without a crane.
No.
So how does that work for like rental customers? And we're not name dropping here, so it's a good question. So if you get called, is it out of their pocket, or is it rental department paying for it?
If it's something that they did, so like in this case,
Okay, so they paid for it.
they should. Now, like if it's something like our machine broke, something on it, we're paying for it.
Okay, so like in this scenario, it's their own fault. They're paying for both rental checks and trucks out there.
It should be.
And
It's a
bumfuck each
game.
other.
It is a big game in the rental department because you don't want to put bad taste in customers' mouth, but you don't want them to.
Well, they did that when they
You
sent a
also
guy
don't want
to
them to
fix
fuck your
tracks.
equipment up.
They
Right.
did that when they sent a guy out there with no crane. And that's what I was going back to earlier. They fucked themselves on a truck with no crane to work on heavy equipment. The way I see it, if I was a customer and I rented a piece of equipment, a 323 for this this deal,
Well,
and I kick the tracks off to the inside, and they send a mechanic out with no crane,
So okay.
it's not his fault.
So
No, but
so
it does
in
look like shit on us.
That's
So-
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play devil's advocate on this one because in that
Go
scenario,
ahead, and I'll counter it.
so in that scenario, it could be one of those deals that you have those scenarios where somebody comes out here and be like, this summit just won't run at all. It won't do nothing. And then you get out there and Cody goes up there and goes, hey, you didn't let this summit sit there on the goddamn glow plug for the
That's a
5.5
totally different scenario.
No, but I understand it is a different scenario, but I'm just saying there are certain scenarios
If
to
you're
where
saying it's operator error, but it's like a real quick, easy fix.
right,
That's one
it's a quick,
thing.
it's
So,
quick easy fix.
in that
Now,
case-
if somebody says, "Hey, I kicked the tracks off," and you're like,
And that's the guy. You've only got that guy on call. You're fucking your customers, is what you're doing,
"Well, okay,"
and they're seeing it.
and I'll give you that scenario, but there could be the same situation where you get out there and you find out that the goddamn thing didn't kick the
There
tracks
is.
off. You unlock the park
But when
brake
a
and the motherfucker
salesman
actually
from
works.
such company
So
calls and
I
says,
can
"I kicked
understand
the
like why
tracks
you
off."
go ahead and would send the guy out there.
Yeah,
And the salesman said that he could have waited till Monday, but because how cold it was going to be, he figured we wanted to get it over with on a weekend. Which, you know what? But cool. I wouldn't have been the guy to go fix it anyway, so I didn't care.
I'm like, fuck, dude. But you get what I'm saying. So what you're saying is
I see both sides
It
of
could
it.
go either way.
Yeah.
Where I'm coming from is don't put your customers in that scenario. If you're gonna rent out heavy equipment, every one of your fucking trucks needs to be able to take care of it.
yeah.
Well, no, this
That's
is true.
my
And-
that's
and-
my
and
perspective.
you know what?
Anyone that's on call needs to be able to take care of it.
Right. Every one of them's on call.
And
Okay,
which is where like my manager's hands, I think they
It's
feel
not
like
your manager's fault. It's
no,
higher
it's not.
up.
It is higher up. So, but they're in the situation.
It's
of,
coming from guys who have never been in this position because they've never held a ranch.
right, and like
That's what it comes down to.
My manager was a dude that was in fucking Montana working in the coal mines for years, working on cat equipment.
Yeah. Well,
But
it's not his fault. It's coming
No.
from guys who have college degrees.
And so,
They're in
like,
offices and
and-
they're making calls on shit they have no idea what it takes to really do.
And all
Well-
they're doing is tying everybody's hands down low in
Right,
the totem
it is.
pole.
So I'm gonna throw this out there because
It looks good on paper.
I had a
Yeah.
situation today that and granted I'll accept this is my own goddamn fault.
I'm sorry. I'll get off on a rant though, just because of what I've had to deal with.
So
It's bullshit.
I'll accept part of the blame because I should just never answer the goddamn phone because I'm not on call. Okay, it's not my responsibility to answer the phone whenever I get called. But on the flip side, the equipment that I work on is probably the highest skill level to maintain equipment. Period. That we have in our facility.
I'm just giving him shit.
No, I'm just
I'm
just
giving you
saying like,
shit. Yeah, I
like
get it.
and nobody else in our maintenance crew is as comfortable or as knowledgeable about the equipment as I am.
Well, quit hiring toes.
Well, it's not my fucking job. If it was my job to hire the motherfuckers, then some bitches wouldn't be there. But anyhow, so my deal in that respect is that the reason I got called in today was because somebody made the decision not to call the person that's on call.
Whose idea was that?
I'm not going to say any names. I'm not going to put
I'll
any.
say
I'm
some
not,
shit.
I'm not going to put anybody out there. But I'm going to say that they made the decision that the individual that's on call was not knowledgeable enough to handle the situation. Okay, fine. I understand that. How
But
the
if they
fuck?
were going to call a third party that is, why did they call you?
Okay, but how in the fuck else are they going to learn to resolve this situation if they
Agreed.
never encounter that situation?
I agree.
And-
So why
and
are
that's-
they calling you instead of third party companies to teach them?
No, and I understand that, and I'm fully on your side on this because I went on a fucking rant today while I was at work when I was trying to have a weekend to where I didn't show up to goddamn work, but because I'm a dumbass and I'm dedicated.
Didn't take your own advice.
I didn't take my own fucking advice. I showed up at work. Now, granted, I still got paid 4 hours for 2 hours of work. Still. Shouldn't have fucking been there for the 2 damn hours, period. Because at the end of the day, the on-call guy could have gotten called, and I could have walked his ass through it over the phone. And then it could have been a Monday problem. But because for whatever reason, I take a little bit of pride in my work and the equipment that I maintain, I showed up and helped to resolve the situation. But all of that I'm circling back to, if your ass is on call and you don't understand what it is, or if you are the manager that is contacted for a problem to be resolved, call the goddamn on-call guy. Call him up. He may struggle. He may fumble through some shit.
They didn't call him at all?
No! He never
That would,
said...
as the on-call guy, even if I didn't know, that would piss me off.
Yeah, because that was my fucking 4 hours.
Well, like, even if I was the guy on call and they didn't even call me because they just assumed I wouldn't know, that would piss me off. For one, they assumed I was an idiot. Two, they didn't assume that, they didn't give me the opportunity to learn it.
Yeah. No, and see, and
me personally, it would piss me off.
And that, again, that goes back to the people that take pride in their work.
And not only that, they're fucking you out of the hours. You're on call and they're not giving you the hours because they just assume you don't know what you're doing, so they're calling you.
I've had 32 fucking hours in one day on call-ins because...
Days are only 24 hours long.
I understand that, but at 4 hours of fucking peace, if my ass leaves the facility and I get called back, guess what? That's 4 fucking hours.
He'll drink it. Just give it to him.
Fuck yeah, I said it right
It's y'all's turn. I'm going to take a leak.
All right, then. But yeah,
Cody,
so...
ask him good questions because I'm on his ass right now.
He asks good questions.
So you can make some fucking money on call, especially if your company is decent enough to give you a little extra money whenever you do get called in. I don't. You get called. You get straight time when you get called in. You don't get any bonus.
We're already on overtime because our on call really is on the weekend.
Right. Well, so is ours.
We're already on overtime.
Ours is mostly it's after hours or on the weekends. So if I get a fucking phone call outside of my normal work hours, no matter if it's a 5-minute fix or 3 hour and 59-minute fix, I get paid 4 hours. Attaboy. So I get paid 4 hours regardless. If I set foot within that facility and I tell the operator, you're a fucking dumbass, turn the on switch on, I just made 4 hours worth of work.
You know what? That is a little different, and it might be company to company, but that is nice.
Yeah, fuck it. It's fucking great. Like I said.
Now, are you capped at that 4 hours, or if you go over, you're getting
no,
paid
if you
more?
go over, you're still getting paid.
Okay, so like...
No, but at a minimum, if I set foot in the facility, whether I'm there for 5.5 seconds or 3 hours and 59 minutes, I get paid 4 hours.
Well, that's good because, like, where I'm at, so like the first call I did, so I'm driving all the way from my house. So like you get paid the moment you leave the house.
No, I do not.
So we get paid because we're in the company truck anyways. So we get paid.
That is awful.
That was pretty bad, wasn't it?
Jesus Christ. Lord, we are sorry for
Josh
that.
is back.
Josh is back and he's making all the racket
What the
possible.
fuck, Josh?
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Did you put the fire out now that you whacked the fucking side of it?
Casters in my way, dude.
Come on in.
Hey,
The water's
is the
warm.
fucking fire
The
still
water
on?
is fine.
Did you put the fire out?
No. Oh, motherfucker.
Motherfucker. All right, we're going to pause for intermission here. I got to relight the goddamn fire.
It was on fire last time I touched it.
Every time you touch this thing. Every time.
Listen here, motherfuckers. All I did was take a piss.
At least you'll be able to see on the audio when this happens.
That was kind of loud, wasn't it?
Ew.
Microphones can't pick us up talking back here, but by God, they can pick
My
that
God,
up.
they can pick up this motherfucker.
It actually didn't even shut that noise off. I was surprised.
Yeah. You sit back here and talk, and Sam's like shoving it in your
He's
face.
about to burn his fucking finger because of your ass. Because he don't know how to grab a stick.
I can grab a stick. Believe me.
Oh, I got to send you one Renfro showed me the other
Oh,
day.
Jesus Christ. Oh, Renfro.
All right, you better put your fucking headphones on. Y'all are still talking.
Oh, you said we were cutting
Yeah, you
this.
said pause.
No, I said pause, but I was
Yeah.
because I was leaving. Fuck, get your ass back on the microphones. I gotta pee.
What the fuck?
Thanks for putting the fire out, Josh.
That ain't even right.
That is right. Oh my god. It cracked me up.
Anyhow, we're back from the break.
We're back.
What were y'all talking about?
We're talking about on call.
Well, I'm not on that, so give it a
I'm trying to
whirl.
remember what he even said because I walked in on half of it. Anyways, so like his company, he was saying he doesn't get paid on call till he walks in the door, but no matter what, he's getting paid 4 hours. Now, if the on call lasts longer than the 4 hours, he's getting paid, as long as he's there. Where my on call is different. As soon as I get the call and I'm walking out to the truck, I'm clocking in. So that's how we do it. And you go to the call.
Yeah, but it's different. He's in his own truck and you're in a company
Right,
truck.
I'm in a company truck. You don't clock out till you come home. So if you're on call and you're about to head back to the house and you're, let's say, 10 minutes from the house and you get another call, you stay on call, you clock in, go to the next job. But you don't clock out till you get home. Shut the truck off. As soon as your truck shut off, clock out. I mean, that's just how it works. It's a little different, but Josh don't have to deal with that. So
mine's pretty close. I'm 7 in the morning, so yeah, I leave early, but I get to the shop. We clock in at 7. On the way home, though, or getting home, that's kind of just at our own.
So like if
Depends on where we're at.
we're a little different. So like on leaving jobs. So like if you leave a job and you're done with the job,
Sorry.
and you're
I
like,
have to edit that shit too.
oh no, that wasn't as bad as that. You didn't hear that.
I'll tip this motherfucker over.
No, we want heat. So, like, if we're leaving a job, let's say, like, it's an hour from my house.
I got a cruise sickle over here.
What? Cruise sickle?
This motherfucker, look.
Oh, it's slushed up.
It is
That's
straight
a good one
ass
right there.
slush.
That's a
Well, it's a good one
Ice
until you
cold
can't drink
beverage.
it.
that's a cushy Bud Light or a Coors Light,
What?
not Bud.
But before you said the
That
word,
shit.
the word you said before that just kind of
You don't like it?
not really.
Are
Cushy?
you kind of swinging or what?
No, it's the way you said it. You're like, it's kind of a cushy Bud Light. Just like
Cushy.
that's
It's
just
like-
the-
That's like
that's-
Bud Light. We're
That's
editing
like, that's,
that
like
shit
that's
out.
like a pussy with a big clit or something. With a cushy.
We got young ears. Cody ain't never heard
God
no language
damn it.
like that.
No, I did. I just never heard it said like that before. You kind of had a little zest behind you too.
You know what? Bud Light, you got it.
Bud Light will do that to
We
you.
gotta edit that shit out. We all fucked up now.
So
Oh, no, that shit's staying in.
shit.
That was a classic.
yeah, it was a classic. So like, let's say like you're leaving a call, going home, but you have to go back out the next morning. You get paid to drive all the way home.
So like that's where I'm different. I'm not on call
for the
but
drive.
I'm not on call, but
Yeah.
during the day, I leave early, but I get to the shop about 7. So I start every day at 7.
Well, that's usually what I do
So
too.
like when I'm leaving, if I'm up here or close to the house, I'll clock out when I leave the job. If I'm in Broken Arrow or Bixby, and I got to deal with rush hour traffic on the highways,
Yeah, fuck that
I
shit.
clock out about the time I turn off where I can get on 75 and head north
Right.
because there ain't no traffic there. But
Right.
it's at my own discretion. I mean,
Yeah.
if I wanted to clock out when I get in the driveway, then I'm sure I
I
can
mean,
get away with it.
truthfully-
But they pay every day for me to drive that motherfucker home and drive it to work.
Yeah.
So that's where I kind of it's give and take.
yeah,
But
it is.
It's not on the
Yeah.
customer's dime either.
No,
Right.
right. I mean, you are working on your own customer's machine in a sense. I mean,
Yeah.
it's your company.
So technically, if I had to park that some bitch at the shop every day, I mean, that's what I'd have to do. So
Yeah.
I give and take.
yeah. Well, I mean, if you start abusing it like really hard, they're gonna notice.
Right.
Oh,
They-
100%.
They watch
I have
it,
no
even though
interest
they
in doing
might-
it. My boss is cool as fuck. I
Right.
have no interest in doing that
No,
anyways.
and I mean, even if you have a company that you hear through the grapevine, they don't really watch that. They're watching it.
Oh, yeah.
They are.
It's their money.
It's their money. And
Yeah,
so,
because every dime you put in that fucking fuel tank costs them money.
no, I have had calls where my boss is like, "Yeah, you're gonna go ahead and go back out the next morning." I'm like, "Okay," so I drive home, and as soon as I get home, he's like, "You're not going back out," and I'm like, "Well, shit," and he don't fix the time, so it's like, well, I guess I got paid to drive home, and you kind of take that as just a little coin in your bonus.
That's your
you know,
boss is doing.
innocent. Yeah, it's like it wasn't my fault. You told me to, but then
Right.
changed his mind. I mean, it's what happens. It's
You got me all fucked up here. All right, we're good now.
all right. We're good. We're back.
Technical.
I mean, it comes and goes. You got benefits and pros and cons to everything.
I mean, honestly, think every position does, even as a shop guy. You know, I mean, I have my
What's it
benefits.
like sitting in your office chair? When do you clock in and out?
When my ass clocks in and out? My ass clocks in usually at 5 a.m. and I'll usually clock out at 5 p.m.
Okay.
You usually work later than that.
If I can avoid it.
Not very often, because usually you send me a Snapchat, and it's not much earlier than I'm headed home.
Yeah.
I give Sam a lot of shit about being in an office and a chair or whatever. And then, honestly, he does work in climate controlled, so I do get to jab him on that. But he
I'll
does work
accept
a
that
lot
job.
of fucking hours. I mean,
So-
honestly, I give him shit.
I mean, back whenever me and Josh used to
He
work
does
in the
put 'em
shop
in.
together, he always used to give me shit because he'd be on these long jobs. You don't have to look stuff up. And I'd be doing like
fuck you. Fuck, we didn't have to look shit up.
I'd be doing 4 to 10 jobs.
I wouldn't have to look shit up either if I was doing work on a goddamn skid steer.
No, you'd still do 4 to 10 jobs a day, depending on what I was doing.
Okay, go
And so I'd have
rebuild
to
what
sit-
the fuck I was rebuilding.
I have done that.
Yeah, and you were looking shit up when you did it.
Slop jawed
No.
ass bullshit, bushy.
Or you had a whole boy telling you what to do. You
Well-
weren't doing it on your own.
Oh,
Well,
shit.
same shit.
Well, fucking fight right here.
Ding, ding, ding. Round one.
What I'm trying to get at is
Her
you
ass
always
big
gave me
ass on my
shit.
side.
You always gave me shit for sitting in my chair looking shit up.
Oh, Cody, I still give you shit for that. I know you'd be sitting
Hey,
in the
you know
truck.
what? I never got nothing told to me about that besides you.
Okay, I'm your only true friend. I don't want to hear shit out of you.
Hey, I still had some of the best numbers in the shop.
Hey,
so
I
that's
ain't
all I got to
You
talking
say.
did, and I
okay?
did too when I left.
I know
on
you
the
did.
main side.
Yeah,
It's friendly fire here.
it is friendly fire. We're just giving each other shit.
I saw Cody sitting at his desk.
He threatened to
said,
zip tie me one day to the chair.
We did zip tie you to the fucking chair.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, well, I do, and I guarantee I know 3 other motherfuckers that do.
Zach, don't count.
Hey.
Okay, well, then 2.
I know a motherfucker today that his ass's desk and chair was fixing to get fucking saran wrapped today if he didn't answer his fucking phone because we switched equipment.
Nah, fuck him.
At the beginning
You
of the
answer
year.
yours. That's all that matters. He don't give a fuck. He knows
That's the way
Sam will answer
that's
it.
the way my boss figured it.
That apparently the on-call guy
Yeah,
too.
well,
Fuck
guess
it,
what?
Sam will answer it.
Look at my fucking phone's on right now. It is do not disturb.
That's because it's on airplane mode, and you're in trouble for it too.
The,
But
the
I
phone
don't
they
give
can
a-
call me on is an hour and 15 minutes away.
I
So.
don't give 2 flying fucks. My phone is on do not disturb at this point. I ain't answering a fucking thing this weekend because I had 0 plans at being at work this weekend.
you gotta take the advice you give.
I know. I give everybody else the fucking advice. And shut the fuck up. Don't answer the goddamn phone. But when you make $10 an hour more than somebody else that you're giving that advice to, you kind of
At the end of the
listen to
day, it
that advice.
doesn't. Like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter though. You're giving like
yeah, I know.
You know, I don't know if we've talked about this before, but there's
no,
something.
because you ain't been on since the 4th of July.
Well, you know, 4th of July night, I'm kind of having a hard time remembering most of that night anyway.
Most of
so,
us were.
Yeah,
All 3 of us were. There was a
And
lot of
so-
alcohol consumed.
there was. And so I'm trying to remember if we've talked about this at all.
We've not talked about a fucking thing on the podcast, so just tell it, bud.
Yeah, just
I'm
lay it
having a
out.
hard time dealing with sometimes teaching people that are older than me.
Well,
Okay, well,
and it's not
we've
only
kind
it's,
of addressed
because
that, but
it's not
lay it on.
necessarily you having a hard time with it. It's that they have a hard time with it, and you have to put up with it.
Well,
That's what it comes down to.
Sometimes yes and sometimes no. I've had some people who are older than me, which, you know, I'm like, I'm 23 years old. I shouldn't know as much shit as I probably do.
It's all computer and it's all
Well, it
computer
is, but
shit,
like
though.
teaching people that started this career a little bit longer than I have, but they're in their freaking 40s, almost 50s now.
Rod doesn't go whoom whoom anymore.
Right.
It's computer.
And they're, I don't know. It's just people that, I don't know. It's just hard to deal with.
No, I get it. No, trust me. Okay, so as that individual that is in the 40-year-old range, I have
Sam's got somebody who's pushing a broom and trying to teach him how to do it, and he won't accept it.
I got a
Cody's
25-year-old that
trying to
doesn't
teach
know how
Sam
to move
every
a
day, and
goddamn broom.
Sam just won't accept it.
Who's shitting their pants, man?
Sorry,
I mean, I don't even smell it.
God damn, that's
Keep it over there.
some 40-year-old shits right there.
but so coming from the
Better go check
40-year-old
your diaper.
from the 40-year-old aspect, I'll change my diaper here in a minute. Just listen, young son, whippersnapper. Is I'm not afraid to take on the newer technology and to learn that aspect of it, which that is a big challenge right now. Is you know, there's a lot of the old school mechanical stuff, and Josh has addressed this in previous podcasts. Is
I have.
You know, yeah, is you know, you have that old
Get the fuck out of here.
that older knowledge with the older equipment where it's mechanical and stuff like that, and you have to rely on them, because I can tell you right now, typing in a computer and programming a carburetor and stuff like that is way easier. Okay, typing in a computer and programming. Okay,
Rewind.
Programming fuel and air mixture. There you go.
Programming fuel and air mixture
Now you
with a
lost me.
computer, as opposed to adjusting a fucking carburetor,
Yep.
takes a lot more talent
Okay.
to do it with a mechanical carburetor as it does to digitally do it, because you've got instantaneous
I'm gonna
feedback.
stop you right there.
Okay, let's hear it. What you got?
So I'm, like I said, or like you just said, I'm working with the old school shit. I'm not gonna say it takes any more talent to do it mechanically or electronically.
No,
It's two different
but
eras.
It's not more talent. It's just the know-how. It's the know-how.
It is two different eras, and neither one of each knows how to do the opposite.
Okay.
At the end of the day, that's how it is.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Mechanically takes no more intelligence than electronically, and vice versa.
Now,
it doesn't. At the
I've
end of the
done
day, it does
both.
not.
Okay.
And, okay, that's
But-
on you though. Like as
Right.
being understanding both of it. But for one to say that the other does not,
No.
does not have the intelligence, vice versa, that is incorrect in my opinion.
Okay. It's just being
You've got
taught
one
how to
guy-
do
I'm
it,
not
gonna
learning
say
how.
okay. So
You
I'm not
got
going to say
one
that
guy
there's
who
a way.
learned how it was in the old school, and you
Right.
got a kid who's learning it how it is now. The kid who's doing it now doesn't understand the mechanical, and the mechanical guy doesn't understand the new school.
But if
It
they
is what
teach
it
each
is.
other,
Yeah, well, that is their pride thing, and they
Yeah,
won't
I
do
know.
it.
I
Yeah.
know.
See,
Now,
so that's
I
so that's
know.
where
I
that's where I'm
understand
going
that.
back at.
There
But
is-
as far
there
as
is a-
intelligence, there's no. As far as I'm concerned, there's no difference.
there is a.
All right.
After you get through with your deal, I will say a deal on mine where it was we both swapped information. And we
Right.
both learned it.
So I will slightly retract my statement. It's not a matter
I'm
of
not saying anybody's wrong. I'm just saying.
no,
it's,
but I'm just saying it's not a matter of intelligence.
You're just
but
voicing your opinion loudly.
fuck 'em.
I will say that there's both aspects of it, because I
I feel like where I'm coming from is strong though, because I don't understand both sides of it. Me personally, I do the mechanical side. Yeah, I'm young, but the mechanical shit's what I've worked with more.
Right.
So it's not like I'm Cody. Like Cody could understand both sides of it. Me personally, I'm not
to
as
an
good with the
extent.
technical electronic side of it.
But like
Right.
in my aspect, I'm more better in the technical electronical side
Obviously
of it.
not English class.
Well, too many of these. Like you could run
Courage
laps
fucks
around
up your
me
English.
on the mechanical side,
and you could do it on the electronic side.
right.
Right.
So like me being more as to one
Okay,
side
so-
as an experience.
So let's put it this way, because I'm a man in the middle on both of this, because I can do mechanical on one side and I can do the electronic side of it as well. In my generation and in the maintenance field, there's a lot of people that can't do both sides of it.
Right, and that's where I'm
And-
coming
and
from.
I-
I
and
don't
I've-
disagree with you at all.
Right.
I don't disagree with
and
him.
I've learned to do both sides of it, but that's because when it came right down to it, when I got into a situation to where I didn't really fully understand something, I just shut the fuck up and asked questions.
And there's props to you. So that's where I'm
Right.
coming from. That's
Okay.
my point.
So
my
that's-
point
that's
is
what I
you're
was
good
trying
on
to
one
get
side,
to.
he's good on one side, I'm good on another side. So there's a stigma where if you don't understand one side or the other, it's, there's an issue.
Yeah.
Whereas everybody needs to be where you're coming from of, okay, if you don't understand it, then let's figure
Yeah,
it out.
figure
And that
it out.
goes for young guys and the older guys. It is a mutual thing.
Well, because
That's
at the
my
end of the
point.
day, you're not going to get to work on this one thing
Right.
forever.
Right.
You're going to have to work on that thing and that thing and that thing and that thing and that thing.
And it all
of
takes-
this shit's gonna have to be figured out if
So-
you're going to continue to
But-
grow and maintain in the maintenance field. Period.
What does piss me off though is whenever this person that doesn't know this comes and asks you for advice,
And it'll
and
listen.
you tell them they don't listen.
That is not only in this. That is in everything we do with
I'm
life.
sure that's been talked about on this podcast, but it sure does
absolutely.
just piss me
That's
off.
something. That is no matter what it is in life, though. It's
Yeah,
just
it doesn't
is that
matter.
point.
It's like, why come ask me?
Yeah. Quit wasting my
Why
goddamn
waste
time.
Yep.
Yeah. You wasted not only, motherfucker, did you waste my time, but you wasted your own goddamn
Well,
time.
yeah, because that's time that you've been on that job.
Yeah.
Not figuring it out, and you're going to go back and try the same shit you did. Definition of insanity.
Exactly. Same fucking thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And guess what, bitch? Ain't gonna
Same
work.
shit.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
like, what I had the experience with was, well, I'm just going to call him Old Man James. That's just what I'm calling him.
Oh, James.
There you
He's
go.
a good
Old man
dude,
James.
though.
That motherfucker.
Super good
Fucking
dude, man.
golden dude.
He started, so he was like, he went from like owning his own auto mechanic shop back in the day, running that sucker, like all this stuff,
So-
being a manager, and then even being a field tech back at his last job. And then he gets to us, and he's in his 60s.
So
Or, well, he
James-
just turned 60.
So James is one of those. He's not necessarily on one side of the fence,
Yeah.
but if you bring something to him as not a challenge, but just as a different perspective,
Right.
he will listen to it, but he's gonna challenge it.
Just to that point.
He's
Yeah.
gonna challenge it.
He's
gonna ask the
listen. He's gonna
questions.
listen to you to the extent of
And
his
at
knowledge.
the end of
and
the
then,
day, he will probably listen to you and
Oh,
have
no,
no
no.
issues.
100% he will.
But he is very okay. Well, we're gonna figure out why this kid's telling me this. James
Yeah,
is
well,
golden, 100%. I
100%.
love that dude to death.
no, so
But like, well,
go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
Go ahead.
So and I totally understand that because I've come into some situations here actually not too long ago to where like my knowledge, which is knowledge is, as I will define it, is the stuff that I can understand and I can manipulate and make work within my realm. Okay? So outside of my knowledge, then that gets to the learning aspect of it. So I hit a point here recently with ovens and autoclaves to where I was at the maximum of my knowledge. Now somebody else was like, well, you need to do this. So I questioned them, not because I didn't believe what they were saying.
But you're also trying to learn yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to move my knowledge wall past where it's at now. Because what they're telling me doesn't make sense to me. Because it's outside of my realm of knowledge.
So that goes back to what I was saying. You asked the questions. There's a big pride thing. My point was there's a big pride thing where, and it goes for the older guys and the younger guys. They're not, they hear these different perspectives and they just they take it as a challenge. They don't take it as an opportunity to learn different things.
Well, but okay, but could it be that your perception is that you're seeing it as a challenge instead of them just inquiring because they don't understand?
Well, maybe. I mean, it's two different. It's not just me in general. It's a younger generation and an older generation. It's both sides of it.
Yeah.
Now, is my point.
Me and Josh are stuck in the generation people look down on.
Yeah.
And we're
Fucking
a little
dad
different.
over here gets it.
We are a little different than most people in our
One of
generation.
many.
I'm just gonna say it. We really are. I've been told that multiple times. We're not like most Gen Zs.
No, you're not. Well, fuck, I'm not like most millennials either.
No, I've never
millennial.
I never would have
Bitch.
expected that, to be honest.
I'm an OG millennial, apparently.
Yeah.
Did you just say you wouldn't have assumed that?
No, because I live with a millennial, aka my sister.
Oh, well, this motherfucker Snapchats me sitting in the goddamn office chair every day. So I'm
Hey,
just kidding.
okay,
It's all
you can-
fun. It's all
You
fun.
can give me all the shit you want, okay? But it's taken me like 15 fucking years to gain
well,
that
you know where I
office
was
chair.
15 years ago?
You weren't
Fucking middle
existence.
school, dude. Yeah. So
But no,
shut your
like-
mouth.
You weren't even the workforce, fucker.
I was not.
What I was trying to say with Old Man James, anyways, though, is that like
Dreaming of honor roll.
it came to a point where like I was an intern still at this point, but I'd already pretty much finished school, but I hadn't graduated yet, so I was still an intern, but I was acting as a full-time tech.
Yeah.
And so he comes in.
This guy.
Yeah. So he comes in.
Acting.
And well, yeah, and pretty much, and so he comes in as a new tech there, but yeah, I mean he's got years of experience.
James is cool as
Most
fuck.
He's a super cool dude, and
We'll have to go down one day. Well, I'm not meaning to interrupt, but one day if it's a Friday and we're both off, or even a Saturday, we'll have to go down there and I'll have to introduce you to James. He's
No,
cool as
dude,
fuck.
cool dude. And so it got to the point where like I didn't have a computer yet, but I had to use the computer to use my job, and he had one.
Yeah.
And so we're sharing his computer, but like it came time to like him doing service reports or looking shit up or anything, like he didn't know how to freaking do it.
Yeah.
So my dad was their supervisor at the time, and James came in and had the hardest time with this kind of shit.
Oh yeah.
And now he's a supervisor.
Yeah. So he came in and like he just could not like. I mean, he's typing like.
Yeah, the old seek and destroy.
Yeah. And
He's just a farmer, lives in Coweta.
There you go.
Oh yeah. And so like we're going along, and I'm like asking him questions about like mechanical shit,
Yeah.
and he's like answering them, and he's asking me like it was just a back
How do
and
you
forth.
type?
Like it
It's
was
cool
just a
as
back and
fuck.
forth of like what to do computer side wise,
Yeah.
while he was teaching me mechanical wise. Like it was a perfect duo. Like it just worked out so good. Like I learned so much from that dude.
But he's one of the very few older guys who takes that time and even
would learn it.
gives it the opportunity or even the chance of listening to it.
Yeah.
Because we worked with guys too where they're like, "Fuck you, dude!" Like,
I don't give a shit about this computer stuff. Someone else will take care of it.
yeah, and then they're coming, they can't figure it out. That's
Yeah.
why the boss man's sending you down there, and you go down there and they're pissed off at you. It's like, hey man,
I'm just doing what I'm told.
yeah.
Yeah. No,
We've
I
worked with
get it.
both.
I get it. Well, my lead right now is somebody that we butted heads like hardcore. Similar dominant personality, but just clashed hardcore. And then he left and became a lead in another division, and then he came back as my lead now. And that was kind of rough because I was
Yeah.
like, fuck, I really don't want to deal with this motherfucker again. But on the flip side, I was like, I know how this so much works. It works just like me did. So I'm like, we can make this work. And then there are a lot of people that heard that he was very bullheaded and he was hard to work with. And everybody else at my division was like, oh man, this is going to be really hard, because we had the two previous leads that we had were very relaxed, very calm, very we've talked about this on podcasts previously. They were very encouraging for the learning aspect of it, and they were very supportive and stuff like that. My current lead is not that way. He's very
Very call somebody.
No,
he's
he's
on call.
there it is. Figure it out. Well, how do I figure it out? Look at it. I'm looking at it. What do I need to do? Figure it the fuck out.
Call somebody that's not on call.
Call somebody that's
I will
not on
say,
call.
like, depending on like your skill set, like having that done can teach you some things, but at the same time, it can also hinder you.
Oh no,
It
100%.
can set you out there to hang yourself.
And so as being someone that was that mentality and then has seen the different levels of leadership, I've also been able to pull that leader aside and be like, listen, I'm just going to let you know right now, you make the other guy that's on our team an absolute fucking nervous wreck. And he's like, well, good. And I'm like, no.
Because he fixed walls out the fucking door.
Because you don't understand. Every time you make him a nervous wreck, he shuts the fuck down. So, here's what I suggest you do. And in that respect, it has helped me grow to be a better leader by being able to see both avenues of that leadership and being like, you're going to call this guy to go up the river instead of across the stream. You need to calm the fuck down, okay? Because this dude does not understand why you're being so hard on him. And that's also, I kind of feel like why Toes has kind of started to make a little bit of a turnaround as well. Because I went from being a hard ass to this kid, he's 25 years old, didn't know his ass from a hole in the ground, can barely decide from a 9/16 and a 7/16
You know why they
wrench.
call him Toes?
So he's the furthest fucking thing from a hand.
That's right. Or we call him stomach hands because everything he touches turns to shit.
I've also called him Coleman too, because he's not real bright and you got to carry his ass.
That's new. I haven't heard that. That's good.
So yeah, so
Let me use that. Let me use the shit out of that.
the best part is when you start calling him Coleman, and he goes, "My name's not Coleman."
Oh, you call him this shit to his
No, I call him to his face.
What about toes?
Call him to. I still to this day call him Toes.
I thought that was like a
Nope.
inside joke.
Nope.
Oh.
I am. That's where I don't put up with your shit. Like, here it is, right there, sitting in front of
That's
you.
what it meant?
Not yet. That's a little disheartening.
Just listens to it.
He just takes it.
What the fuck?
The guy has literally talked shit on himself.
Why would you? Wow. I say, why would you take a name like that and not ask at least where it came from?
I mean, Coleman would be a little less.
That's a good one.
It's a little less suspicious,
right? But Toes?
Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah.
Coleman, not real bright, and you gotta carry it.
That's right. He ain't real bright, and you gotta carry his ass.
I'm gonna use this shit out. That's going to Eli.
Oh wait, that was the two coats.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You gotta explain that to Cody.
All right, so there was this comedian, and he was talking about. He goes, listen. He goes, my dad says some inappropriate things. He doesn't say it on purpose, but he just says it because of the business. The guy was in the business of refinishing basements and stuff like that, and they would lay down tar as a protective layer, and then they'd retard it. And he goes, Dad, you can't say that. And he goes, what do you mean? He goes, it's just what I did. He goes, why don't you say two coats? Just, you put a second coat on it. And so now he goes, now whenever we're out in public and there's somebody that's a little special or whatever, he'll go, two coats.
Two coats.
You have to remind me of that like on a Monday morning when Eli's standing in the shop and I'm gonna look at Moochie and go,
Be like,
two coats.
two coats.
Two
baby.
coats. Every time I go to Josh's
Two
house,
coats.
two coats.
Fuck off,
Two
dude.
coats. Damn.
Ain't even right.
Damn it, man. Yeah. No, there's all kinds of shit. But yeah.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fucking Toes. Well, and then there's you call him a glove because a glove ain't shit without a hand.
Yeah.
The Toes was probably the best one because I was like,
Farthest thing from a hand.
it's like Jesus Christ, that's terrible.
Jesse got me, though.
Because all they do is wipe up shit.
That's right.
Jesse got me good though with the old shit hands, stomach hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesse's cool as fuck, but he's not one to like. You hear that kind of shit from? He said stomach hands. I said, what are you talking about? He said, hey, everything he touches turns to shit. I said, okay, makes sense.
That's right.
That'd be why I'm out here 4 days a week.
Hey, job security, buddy.
Yeah, I got plenty of it.
Yeah, but there's some times where you're just like, Jesus Christ, can you not
I
just
don't
wake
need
up and tie your own goddamn shoes for one day?
I don't need it
Just
today.
one fucking day. Just tie your own shoes.
My boss handed us a list of 38 things the other day. I don't need the job security.
Yeah. Well, and then we get lube tech shit to where we have to go around. We have to take care of
You
the
hear that, Cody?
lubrication.
Sam's a lube tech.
Yeah. I'm a fucking well paid lube tech. Yeah, might as well.
Not unless you want me falling asleep.
Well, Josh is tapping out. It's all right then. But yeah, I'm but glorified lube tech 90. Well, let's say 85% of the time because
You're 85?
yeah,
God damn.
it's pretty nice, isn't it? Only took me 15
Hope at
years to get
85,
there.
I'm fucking retired.
That one, well, I won't say it.
That's fine. But
It's bad when you got shit to talk and you won't say it.
No, I was the beer splashing everywhere.
yeah, it squirted over
Fuck
there.
your beer, I'd be kicking on the diesel heater back there, spraying that everywhere.
What?
The diesel heater.
The diesel heater?
Diesel heater.
Don't hate on the
diesel heater.
Hey, don't hate on the accent just because you don't have it.
Just look at him. Look at yourself in the camera, Josh.
Can't even see me.
No.
Can't even say me. You look like a goddamn Peterbilt driver back there. All you see is his fucking hat.
No, he looks like a bull
Fucking A,
hauler.
right. Where's the
This is a
toothpick?
bull hauler for you.
Oh, you need the
The
toothpick.
hauler.
Hey, don't hate us because you ain't us.
No, I ain't us.
Anus.
Yeah, don't say that on camera.
We're getting rabbit trailed as hell
Yeah,
here, but
and it wasn't my fault this time.
What
that's
do we
fine.
start this out on?
You and your field truck.
You're in your field truck.
Here
and
we
then,
are.
And then
Talking
here
about
we
anuses.
here we are an
That's
hour and
honest
33
work.
minutes talking about anus and squirting.
Hey, wow. I'm pretty sure we weren't talking about that.
Well, no, we
Yeah,
were
talking
with,
about his
with
beer.
this beer opening.
Yeah,
That's
he
what I was
squirted
going
over
to say,
there.
and then you didn't even notice
Ain't
it.
much,
He
but
didn't
it's
even
honest
notice.
work.
You wanted to talk about anus after before he was you able to talk about squirting.
Ain't much, but it's honest work.
So since we've gone down this
Living
rabbit
a dream
trail, there was a
podcast.
Facebook post the other day that Uranus, Arkansas.
What?
Uranus.
That's a town?
It is.
Uranus, Arkansas?
Yeah, and they have some amazing fudge there where you can come and pack
Jesus
your
Christ.
own fudge in
I'm out,
Uranus.
dude. I ain't no fucking way
You
I'm
know
trying
what?
that
I'd
shit.
just do it just to tell Josh I did
You
it.
would, too.
Yeah.
Just to tell
I
him
drove-
I owe you
hey,
hat.
guess what? I drove through Uranus yesterday.
I drove through Uranus.
Since Josh mentioned it.
So
Boomer
anyhow-
Sooner, baby. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So anyhow, so they put a post on Facebook that said Uranus is getting plowed today. Because it snowed. And there was a skid steer out there, and I was like, there's so many goddamn puns from this fucking one town.
And a skid steer plowing it?
That's right, yeah.
that ain't even good.
Yeah, your fucking Uranus is getting plowed by something little. It ain't even real big.
I mean,
That's not even really getting plowed,
welcome
is
to
it?
my world.
It's just kind of getting poked at that point.
Shit
It's just a
happens.
skid steer. It's just a little digging, not really a big digging.
If he had a rock teeth bucket, it'd be
Maybe not the
ripped
case
for your
skid
pleasure.
steers. They got them some bitches that got cat, or not cat, but fucking dozer tracks on them. You seen him?
Screw that, man. You ever ran one of those across concrete? It'll
Uh,
rattle your teeth to the next fucking zip code.
I ran a D8 across concrete.
No, but a skid steer with tracks is terrible.
Really?
On concrete, dude. That shit. It's
Like
literally
rubber
like
tracks or?
no, I'm talking about like metal.
Oh, like
Metal,
track.
like no, like
Well,
legit
fuck yeah,
dozer
like
tracks.
little
It's like,
bitty ass dozer tracks on
Yeah.
a tiny ass skid steer. Fuck yeah.
Tiny ass, fuck that thing weighs as much as a little dozer.
Yeah, but
I'm not shitting you, dude.
Yeah,
It's
but
got
their
a
fucking
six-way angle
wheelbase is
blade.
as big as this fucking table.
I'm not shitting you. It's got a 6-way angle blade, a ripper, and cat dozer.
Yeah.
Or not, I keep saying cat, but it's got metal dozer tracks on it.
Yep.
Okay, skid steers.
And
Yeah,
they-
that's a fucking-
That's the worst ride.
Homeboys hauling it around with a half-ton pickup.
On a hope and a prayer.
they can do what they
Buying
want,
transmissions like they're going out of style.
they're cool as fuck. And my whole deal is, why would you buy a little dozer when you can buy a little skid steer? Okay, so not even a dozer. A Mini X, a little backhoe, dozer. You know,
Yeah,
you
but
can
like,
buy all that shit for a Mini X.
Cat sells a
Or a
D1
skid steer,
a
not a Mini
D1.
X.
Just buy a D1.
That's fucking stupid when you can buy a skid steer. Buy
No, no, no.
$289, you can do the same shit.
No, you can't. That D1 is literally the size of a D3, D4, like old school. They've changed it around, but a D1, they've designed it where if you get an open cab D1 with like pretty much bare bone shit, but a blade and a ripper, what you need to do,
Yeah,
you
can't
can
put
haul
the
it
bucket on
behind. No, but you can haul it if you want just a dozer. You can haul it behind a 3/4 ton pickup.
In their defense, you can haul anything behind a 3/4
No,
ton
no, I mean,
pickup.
like, legally,
You just ain't
like,
gonna
the only
stop
way-
it.
Fuck,
Okay.
you can haul it behind a goddamn diesel pusher coachman.
But legally, it only weighs 17,000 pounds.
See, there's your problem.
Okay, so,
legally.
all right,
'Cause
so-
I'll hook anything behind anything and fucking haul ass.
right, okay, so
You can haul it, but you ain't gonna stop.
so I don't know dick about shit when it comes to the whole DOT stuff.
Dick about
What-
shit.
That's right.
You play softball too?
Apparently.
Right there with
So
Danny.
so what is the whole DOT requirement? Because I see all these fucking posts on Facebook to
I
where
don't know it for numbers, but if your GVWR, which is your gross combined vehicle weight rating,
right, it's your gross vehicle weight rating.
26,000.
Okay,
no,
so
like
gross
but no,
vehicle weight
because
rating.
you can be 10th. Like the truck I'm in now is rated itself as 10,000. What itself can do, but you can do a like a trailer. You can haul a trailer that weighs up to 17
with a 10,000 pound
That's
capable truck.
27,000.
with a 10,000 pound capable truck. Yes, no, like that's yeah. No,
Because-
no,
because
hold on, hold
It
on.
has to be under 26,000.
Well,
because-
no, that's for the
26.1
vehicle
is CDL.
itself. That's the vehicle
26.1 is
itself.
CDL.
Is for the vehicle itself.
I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna drive it either way.
So like I'm under the truck I'm in is 10,000 is what it's rated for the body. Like
The tow or just total
itself,
weight?
Total weight of itself.
Okay.
Manufacturer
And I can add-
GVW.
Yeah, but GVWR is gross combined vehicle weight rating. So that's like the trailer and all. I can pretty much do.
So I was gonna say because the fucking
has to
half
be
ton,
under
the half ton that I
GVWR
have in the
has to
fucking
be under-
driveway,
Okay, maybe not the
with the
GVWR.
horse trailer
Total,
is
it has to be under 26,000 or you're hauling.
is
and you gotta have
9,800
CDL.
pounds.
That's why all these hot shot guys are in trouble.
Well, so the truck I'm rated for, anyways, can do pretty much 27. So if you get up
but
to
you're
that,
not running it.
but I'm not running it. But if you get up to that, so, but what I'm trying to get at is for some of these guys that are running shit like where the truck is under that 10, they can now haul the little D1 and not have to have a CDL legally.
I'm just fucked regardless.
This guy's an idiot, but here we are.
Fuck you, dude. I'm fucking cool though.
Now, what we were saying earlier, so like the service truck deal that I'm in now, it's in the works for me to get a bigger one.
It's really vague as to far like it's Cody, his truck, and you know all that. It's kind of vague, and that's why a lot of the hot shot guys are in trouble. Where I'm in trouble is my truck alone is over 26,000.
Yeah.
Is it really?
The GMC is 33,
No shit.
and that's on the door stamp.
I mean,
the VIN.
already getting into air brakes already gets you in a little bit of a
Yeah,
water
like
anyways.
I've driven
but-
air brake trucks that were under 26.
Right, which you can do
yeah,
that.
but don't
it
you
already
have to
gets
have
in-
it? Aren't you technically supposed to have an air brake endorsement?
No, if it's under 26,000, you're good.
The way they're doing it now, if you're under 26, you're good. Now, the truck I'm getting in now, it was supposed to be a year and a half plus.
I can swing some shit.
Yeah.
Cody, on the other hand, is he's gonna have to play it by the books with his company.
So like the truck that I'm in, they pretty much asked me in the interview, not in the interview, after I got the offer, would I be willing to be in it for a year and a half plus?
Yeah.
And I pretty much told them, you know what, screw it, yeah. As long as it's already hindered me, but as long as it's not going to make it where I cannot do my job at all.
What's the weight rating on that truck?
10,000.
Not the one you're in now.
It's going to be under 26.
Okay, good answer.
I don't know what it's, I don't know the specs on the truck, but it's under 26. Now with it loaded, that's probably going to be a different story.
I was gonna say with the fucking if it's a 550, just the bed and your tools are probably gonna push that bitch over the limit.
You're asking questions you don't want answers to.
Exactly. Every guy there is over the limit. That's all I'm going to say.
All right then.
Yeah.
Beer me.
Yeah. All right. What? Oh, you going to fall asleep now?
Now he's gonna now he wants fucking beer.
So the deal is though is like they were like it could be a year and a half plus. I'm like, okay, you know what? Screw it. That's fine. And then
So here's my question for you. Do you plan on getting your CDL?
if they pay me for it and they want me to get it, yeah.
You can go wipe your ass because that's going to itch when it dries.
So
Hey, your voice is kind of mumbled.
it needs to be right now. God.
Brought to you by La Fiesta.
So
I'm still, I ain't seen their big beer mugs at all since we've been.
I'm relatively certain we got fucked on that one.
Like I ain't seen them. Oh, like I'm even
maybe
with other
that's
people
just
in
a
there. I
happy
haven't
hour
seen them.
thing.
No. Yeah, I'm kind of.
Maybe everybody else stole them. You fucked up when you asked.
I'm
should've
telling
done
you,
it.
I
know what?
shouldn't have
You know
been
what?
so goddamn honest. I should have just taken that motherfucker home.
We're going to go down a rabbit hole here. So my
That's
grandma, back whenever, well before I was born, back when my mom was being born. used
Back
to live
in the 90s.
No. We're talking about back in the early 70s,
Back in the
late
suffrage.
60s. She
Jeez, that was
lived,
before your mom too.
she lived in Germany with my grandpa when he was in the Vietnam War.
All right, then.
And so
My grandma went to Japan with my grandpa when he was in.
Really?
Mhm.
Yep.
He was in the Navy.
My grandma was in Germany. And so the deal was, I forgot what holiday they call it over there, but in Germany, you go around to every bar you can. And the goal is to steal a mug, everybody, from every single bar you go to.
Dude, your grandma's the shit. Why are we not partying at her house?
Oh, she'd be
Fucking A.
fun to party with. Anyways.
Let's fucking go.
And
I'd like to meet her.
Well,
in
this podcast
Germany,
is mobile, sir.
in Germany, they used to have in their house just freaking
We're getting
China
robbed.
China cabinets just full of beer mugs from every freaking
That's
bar.
fucking cool.
Oh yeah. But anyways, so they asked me blah blah being a service truck so long. Already said that. So, and then they started asking the truck guys that are in charge of all the trucks.
You done fucked up because now you got all of our attention.
That's fucking rude.
He asked
Just so y'all know, the reason that we all fucking prairie dogged was because she came out here with goddamn chocolate pie and didn't offer to give us.
Well, okay,
Well,
Josh just took it.
Apparently, Josh is taking care of business over here. Wow, he just eating that motherfucker like it's pecan pie.
God damn.
Think I was fucking around?
It's on your
Apparently
mustache.
not.
It's on your freaking fingers. Sloppy motherfucker.
You fucking ain't right.
So,
I need to rag.
No, you lick that motherfucker
lick that
clean,
shit
bitch.
off.
That's it. You're
It's all
going to
for
do
the
it on
Patreon
camera
right
now.
now.
At this point, now we're
I will, because I didn't get no chili last night.
well. Whose fault is that?
Yours?
I don't want none. I'll go get my own. We're good. I don't want it after he's fingered it.
That's his specialty.
Poor
Pretty
Cody's
good.
just like, I'm not sure what to fucking do with this. Just
Pretty good. You want
take a
some?
drink. Just take a drink of your beer. It's fine. It's already gone south.
so it was supposed to be a year and a half before a new truck.
Okay.
With an actual crane and huge body to hold tools and everything else.
Right.
And so my boss sent an email out to the truck guys that are in charge of getting all the trucks and getting them outfitted and everything for us. Like, hey, I heard you guys bought 14 for Texas.
Damn.
So, we're like Oklahoma, West Texas and Oklahoma is where our company's based.
Right.
And so,
Landman, dude.
yep.
Yeah.
And
Midland.
so they bought 14 for Texas, and he's like, hey, if you guys could, just so we can get this guy rolling in an actual, like, usable truck, could
Before
you
he
guys
quits.
pick the best of the 14 used ones and send up here? And they're like, actually, you're getting a new one. You're getting one of the 14.
No, bet.
So it'll probably be about another 3 to 4 months, but it'll actually be an actual
Hell yeah.
usable service truck.
you
So,
go.
I mean, it goes to show, like, if you actually go out there and prove yourself,
Ain't no Peterbilt.
no, it's a Duramac.
Not everybody gets to be
You know what? I'm glad
Old
to
Josh.
not being a Peterbilt because I don't have to worry about no CDL running around without one, like none of that.
I don't either. It's all good, man.
So I'm going to be under. I think I'm going to be in a class 5 or class 6, which is under CDL, like not in CDL, but I still have to abide by DOT logs. So where a company does it, if you're under 26, which you don't have to have a CDL, but you're between 10 and 26, like 10-1. So the truck I'm in now is rated at 10, so I don't have to do none of this.
The first truck
Which
I
is
was
nice.
so 26,000 CDL. The first truck I was in was 25,999.
Yep. So if you're under between 10 and 26, you have to run logs.
Right, so you can only be on the road for 10 hours at a time, yes.
14 hours total a day.
Really?
Yeah. So it's 14 hours total a day, but which within the first 8 hours, you have to take a 30-minute break.
Okay. Yeah. So, funny little side note here. So, apparently, the company that I work for views maintenance as part of security, which I'm not particularly
fuck?
sure.
I'm trying to figure that out in my head.
Yeah, no, it
trying to
doesn't.
do a
It's fine.
wraparound.
There's no mathing that's going to get you to that equivalent
Why would
there.
they put the maintenance on that little
I'm not
scale?
particularly sure. All I know is that I've gotten a goddamn phone call before, and they were like, "Hey, we got a white box truck that's in the north parking lot, and we need you to go check it out." I said, "Yes, you can call goddamn Tulsa County Sheriff." No, they're like, "Well, we need you to go find out what's going on with that truck." So, off the record, I may or may not have taken a detoured route to my vehicle so that I could acquire my legally carried firearm to investigate said truck that was parked in our facility. And
Don't blame me.
and I knock on the door because I'm the ballsy one of our crew. And
Did you stutter?
a tanned individual will go that route.
Have a towel on his head? Just got out the shower?
Pretty close. He came out there and he popped out
Singing
of the
jingle bells?
He popped out of the back of the
Definitely not
the box van like out of a region that you wouldn't think that a person driving a box van would pop out of, and you ask him, and you're like, hey man, what's going on? I said, hey, what are you doing parked here? He goes, I drove 20 whores. I said, excuse me, sir? What did you say? I drove 20 whores, very tired, taking a nap.
He's about 52 of them short.
Fuck, I don't blame you, brother. If I had 20 whores, I'd be
32.
fucking tired too.
No,
And,
72 minus 20 is 52.
You know what? I'm tired.
That's a lot of math. And what the fuck did you
I can't
just
believe
say?
Josh did that.
Yeah.
Virgins, dude, virgins.
72 virgin. Gotcha. Anyhow, praise Allah. But,
I guess.
so old boy pops out there and he goes, just drove 20 whores, very tired, taking a nap. And I'm going, that's fine, bud. But listen, you can't have your 20 whores in our parking lot.
You're going to be busy for a while. Like
And
Rodney
he
Carrington
goes-
said,
he
you ever try to
goes,
get a virgin
he goes,
patch?
not
You
20.
can't. You
He
just
goes,
can't.
he goes, not 20 whores. 20 whores.
Hours.
Yeah, 20 hours is
Yeah.
what he was saying. He
Yeah.
just drove 20 hours, okay? But the way he
It's a
said it
flying
was
J right down the road.
20 whores, okay? He's a 20 whores.
20 whores.
And I'm like, listen, you can't have your 20 whores in our parking lot. You got to park out on the road and take your nap out there with your 20 whores.
I'm so confused as what they did with the other 52.
He hadn't drove them yet.
He hadn't drove them yet, sir. He was just driving the first 20, and then he was going to pick the 52 up later. He's
Yeah, I
doing
thought
them
you
in
got 'em all at once.
he's doing them in 20 segments, okay? Because he wasn't a
That's a lot of work.
guy.
He was a.
Yeah, he was a driver, not a bomber, okay? So he was doing them in 20 horse segments. Anyhow,
You got
But yeah.
soft hands.
soft hands. Yeah, he was an office bomber, not a
He worked in your office, did he?
So anyhow,
What are you pulling on my cord for?
Get back up here and join us.
I've got my microphone right here.
yeah, he's in Peterbilt mode.
Yeah,
Bull hauler mode.
down here on the goddamn floor.
Is this handle not on this side?
I ain't worked out that much.
Oh
in
shit!
a long
I got a
time.
fucking god damn it! I got a cramp on my fucking
What the hell?
thigh.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, there we go.
Slam
Peterbilt
it. Oh
mode
shit! This
engaged.
chair doesn't
The old Peterbilt
That bitch on the
podcast
floor.
right here.
Shifter up here. Look out over the hood. We ready to roll, boys? That's right. You got it.
All right, I can't do this all night. I'm
Boys
gonna
are doing
piss
good.
myself.
All right, I gotta get back up. I already got a cramp in my thigh.
You pussies. You would be running them Turpin Suburbans.
I probably would, flip flops and all. You know.
Yeah, you probably would. Old fucking Center Lane Larry over here.
I have at least got experience with my 20 horse. Hey, look, we got
You do
we
what?
got large, medium, and small over here.
Listen here, motherfucker. I'm standing up right here out of camera.
Still standing up, doesn't it?
All of a sudden,
Yeah,
Cody's
hair
as
down.
tall as I am.
Well,
Hey.
our level of content
none of us
has
as tall as her.
plummeted quickly.
Oh, quickly.
Kick all of our asses.
All right, let's get back on some sort of topic.
Some sort of topic, or we could
Pit break.
we could just wrap it up. We're 2 hours
Yeah.
into this motherfucker.
2 hours.
Don't be a bitch.
We are an hour and 52 minutes. We can keep going. I don't give a
This
shit.
is giving flashbacks to 4th of July
Let's
night.
keep
It
going.
really is. I don't give a shit. We've got enough fucking card there. That's still fucking recording. I think we got an hour. I think it looks like an hour we've got on that
Who's
one.
going to listen this far, though?
Fuck them. Who gives a shit? Actually, we've got 7. Shit, I need to look at it closer. Hold on.
Where are you looking?
Oh, fuck. We got 6 hours and 17 minutes. We're good.
I don't know if it's your fan or what, but it sounds like a little Duramax running in the background.
It's the fan.
Just listen to it.
It's the fan for the heater. It really does kind of sound like Duramax. It really does. I like my Duramax. That motherfucker has done me well.
So I hope the one that I get does me well, because it's going to have about 70 gallons of diesel on it.
Well, if it's a 6.6, it'll be just fine.
Now it's detuned a little bit.
Well, mine's fucking bone ass stock, and that
only
motherfucker
gonna
has
have-
done well.
350 horsepower. which is lower than the new L5Ps.
Okay, but the like 350
have
horsepower does have like 900 foot-pounds of fucking torque like mine does? Okay, well, that's fine.
What I'm in now.
That side of a bitch that's sitting outside of the garage door right there apparently is 1,000 quotation marks. It's like 990 some fucking foot-pounds of torque.
Bullshit.
That son of a bitch has done just fine.
Now what?
What are we talking about?
New
the old
L5Ps
bone stock denali.
in the service trucks.
Pawpaw rig?
Yeah, my pawpaw rig.
Yeah, I'm running a pawpaw rig. Shut the hell up.
I don't know. Your ass is deleted.
My 6.0?
Yeah.
All I had was an EGR.
Okay, well, mine is from the factory as it came.
Deleted the head gaskets.
Earned some money and
Deleted the gasket.
again. Earn some money and delete that motherfucker. Oh, is it still under warranty?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I still got a fucking warranty on that motherfucker.
How that shit?
I don't know. I don't ask questions, sir. All I know is I got an 8-year fucking warranty when I bought this.
All I know is that as soon as you get through with it, you get it done.
No, it's gone.
Because
all of that son of a bitch is gone. I'm gonna cut that son of a bitch from the DEF system all the way back, and we're gonna straight pipe the fuck out of it.
I don't know. Fuck the legalities for this.
You better just delete that and just say it's going on a diet.
It's going on a
lose
diet.
some weight.
It's going on Jenny Craig.
DEF itself is so actually legit delicate.
Why in the fuck would you? It's government juice. That's what I call it.
But it's so delicate. I mean, I'm
like,
serious.
Because if it freezes, you're fucked.
Well, the freezing can be all right.
It's cat piss.
What the real issue is some people buy bulk DEF thinking they're actually like, oh, I'm saving money because I bought it at a cheaper price. No. Buy it when it's brand new. Like it has a shelf life. It has to be kept in a climate-controlled climate.
Okay.
And out of the sunlight. It has to be in...
Which none of these gas stations that you buy that shit from keep it out of the sunlight.
So
none of them.
No. It has
Quick Trip included. Fuck Quick Trip.
If you buy it from a truck stop where it's at the pump...
Yeah.
That's all Sammy buys it from is bulk.
If it's actually at a little bit more... It's okay, probably, at a truck stop at a pump.
Probably. That make you feel better?
It's kept out of the sunlight and everything else. The freezing can be all right with DEF. DEF's allowed freezing as long as it has expansion.
Well, in any below tanks below ground level tanks have to have heaters.
Right.
Period.
And they're already below ground level. They're going to retain a little bit of heat better anyways. But if you let that shit just sit out in your truck bed, it's done for. It has to be legit kept out of the sunlight.
Yeah. No, I will not buy off the shelf DEF. Won't do it because I've heard that.
If it's in a box, it's okay. The box is okay. It keeps the sunlight off of it.
So, okay, but a jug in a box.
A jug in a box is fine. If you keep the jug out of the box, no good.
Okay, well, all right, fine. So there you go. You just disproved you don't buy it from a fucking gas station.
If you get to the gas station and it's got freaking dust all over it,
you know what the real problem is? You're even having the dilemma. Get rid of it. Yeah, get rid of the shit.
If you can be a government vehicle, an emergency first response vehicle, and be exempt from emissions, that's where you know it's bullshit in the first place.
That's true. Yeah, if you're before, but that's
you're not going to defend him, Sam.
No, that goes back to the whole. I am.
Well, you're not going to. It's still bullshit.
No, but that's just the same as any goddamn gas vehicle out there that you can't have a smog pump on your fucking
those are
vehicle
bullshit too.
Before prior year. It's the same shit.
It's still bullshit. I'm not vouching for it.
I'm not gonna deny that it's bullshit, but it's the same goddamn category.
Oh no!
It's
100%
government
it is.
juice.
No. I'm agreeing with you. Like the government, like if they can be exempt from all this shit, it's bullshit. I mean,
well, it's like you've talked about before. We had, you guys had, See, this is where people say that I can't fucking remember shit, but I can recall that shit.
Sure you can.
And so you've talked about on podcasts before that we had these fucking the dozers and trucks and shit like that y'all service that were under a certain 3-letter company that did not have those emission controls, but you rebuild them. And you rebuild them. Did you put pussy juice on it? Did you put government juice on it?
No, they were rebuilt as factory specifications.
Okay,
Exactly.
so there you go.
Yeah.
So factory specifications.
But there's a reason
fine.
that said 3 company letter does not build truck engines anymore, over the road truck engines.
They're trying to get back into it.
And they will, I have no doubt.
But here's the funny thing. I'm throwing some random shit in here.
Okay.
So
You
Australia.
should get the heat off of you.
I've been there once.
Once. One time.
I fuck your
So
cat up.
I've talked to a few of the cat techs over there because we did like a big deal together. That was so loud.
That was
I
really
told her I
loud.
was gonna fuck it up.
Fucked up our can.
Fucked up her can, fucked up her audio, fucked up my ears.
I don't know who's got to edit it. It's all good.
It's better. Old editor supreme over here. Just
And
Don't
so
worry, it's fine.
the deal is like over there they don't have the same emission standards we
over
do.
where?
Australia.
Yeah, bullshit. Australia's got the worst emission control of
No,
any goddamn company.
they
But you know what they had? The crocodile hunter. So you watch your shit.
Watch about Steve Irvin.
That motherfucker
So-
was
What you talking
polite
about,
and
mate?
informational.
So
As Cat Williams
Watch
would
out for
say.
stingrays, mate.
Fucking lightning sheet.
but he could freaking hunt a croc.
What a
Spicy
goddamn, have you
blankets.
heard the fucking Cat Williams skit on him? Said that motherfucker was polite and informational.
Anyhow, so Australia allegedly.
Like equipment wise, they don't have like the same emissions. Like they do, but they don't. So like they're not required.
They can't have
You know,
V8s
you took
over
the
there,
18-hour
Cody.
flight.
Yeah, they
and-
can.
No, they
in
can't.
in the big trucks, they do. In
Okay,
the semis,
the big
in
trucks,
the Scanias,
yes.
the Scanias.
Scania. You done
Scanias.
fucked that up.
Scania.
That's
Yeah,
Scania.
you're getting fucking.
I don't
there's
care if
our,
I'm getting
our
canceled.
goddamn
You know,
our Australian audience. I'm sorry.
You know,
okay?
you take the 18 flight over there and got
Okay, so
hives.
Scanias.
Yeah.
It was a long flight. All right.
Wait, you've been to Australia?
Yeah,
Did we cover this on the last podcast?
I don't think so.
I
Negatory.
am jealous as
I went
fucking
before the last
hell.
podcast. My company paid me to go over there and everything.
He got hives and all of it.
I'm jealous
I
as
did.
shit that you have set foot on kangaroo
I set
soil.
foot and I'm going to say
You
this
say
the
that till he
Australian way.
tells you about the flight and the trip. Fuck that.
I will fly
I'm gonna
18
fucking
fucking hours
the
for
Australian
some
way.
summer
All
nights.
right,
Straight.
you ready?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
It's 16 hours.
Same shit.
I've set
Rounds
foot in Melbourne.
Where'd you land?
Melbourne.
Okay.
It's actually, Melbourne.
I'm saying,
in
pretty
the
sure it's
US.
Yeah, but no, they pronounce it
Oh, yeah.
Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Yeah.
Fuck them. They're wrong.
There's no R's. Fuck that shit.
They didn't
It's
win
Melbourne.
2 world wars. It's Melbourne.
No, but they
It's
were all in
Melbourne.
prison and they made it to their
It's
own fucking
Melbourne.
island.
It's
Yeah, fuck
Melbourne.
Melbourne.
So
It's Melbourne.
I went from
Sydney.
Tulsa all the way to LA on a flight.
That's
then-
the wrong direction,
No,
homie.
that flight was actually a good flight. We got the stewardess on our side. She was giving us free
got a
alcohol
phone
the whole
number?
way. It was
Bet.
great. And then we went from there, laid over there for a long time. Went straight from there, 16-hour flight all the way to Australia.
Was there fires?
Not at that time. It was winter there. It was summer where we were.
And we're canceled.
yeah. And
You know,
so,
fucked up.
but anyways, we did our whole competition over there. All that. Anyways, I talked to a lot of the cat techs over there.
Competitions.
Competition? Yeah, I was in a competition for cat.
In Australia?
Yeah.
Well, goddamn.
He just went on vacation.
Pretty much. I was there for 13 and a half days in country. I even got to do a flight simulator with Qantas.
So, for those of you, if you've made it this 2 fucking hours
Ain't
into the
nobody watching this
podcast,
shit.
Yeah, there's somebody.
fuck it. If you have, there's one of you motherfuckers that's made it all the way through here. Just so you're aware.
You when you edit it.
The old shredder in here. That's a bucket list destination, is to set foot on kangaroo soil.
You know what? That was my second flight ever. My first flight was Tulsa to LA. You know how hard that is for your first flight? in a
That
sense?
is pretty fucking rough. I'm not going
economy,
to deny.
economy, I will never fly economy again.
Jesus
that far.
Christ, no. So I
I
have.
had the aisle seat too,
I,
and my shoulders stick out.
you poor guy.
Boom! Like
Yeah.
every 2 hours.
Yeah. There's no napping on that
No.
shit. No, so I have learned from a future guest on the podcast that the only way to fly overseas, whether that's to Saudi Arabia, Australia, England, Scotland, any of those that are over 2 hours, the only way to fly is first class.
6 or 8 economy.
No.
I did 16.
Yeah,
Economy.
16,
Twice.
16 economy. You might as well be that goddamn Canada
I will
crusher.
say your 16-hour flight there, on the way back, you have the jet stream behind you, so it's only 14 on the way back.
Oh, well, it's not bad, but
Well, I
still,
mean, it's still 14 hours.
14 fucking hours. I struggle doing 10 hours in a goddamn car.
You know what was the most bullshit deal about the whole thing? So
What's that?
on the way back,
You got no peanuts? Did
know
you fly
what?
Southwest?
No, we flew American to LA, but from LA it was all Australian flights.
Oh, okay.
To Australia it was Qantas, which is also where I did the flight simulator. You ever been in a flight simulator?
No.
That shit is crazy.
I
It's
built
straight
parts for his flight simulator.
$40
but-
million flight simulators each for each aircraft they fly. They have to have a flight simulator for it.
No
Not
shit.
each separate one, but each model.
Yeah.
And we get to fly like 4 or 5 different models.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, that shit is crazy.
Hell
You ever
yeah.
done that shit hungover on the competition after the competition? Like you're still drunk, waking up and going to the going to the flight simulator.
No, but that sounds like a
I did
goddamn
that
good
once.
time.
No, it wasn't
I
a
got
good time.
hammered drunk and I got woke up to go to Tulsa International to fly somebody to Michigan. And then we
That's-
missed a fucking flight.
And so after the competition's done, they're like, "Hey, you guys you got to be up by 6." And it's like 2, 3 in the morning. We're all getting like hammered. In
Same,
the middle,
dude.
in middle
Yeah,
of a hotel
same.
bar in Australia.
Yeah.
We're all
Dude, I
drinking-
was asleep for an hour.
we're all drinking Bundy's and Coke. If you're from Australia, you know what that is.
Yeah.
And so,
Well, you didn't do any shoeies, though, so you're still a bitch.
it's all right. Bundy
You
and
gonna take
Coke.
that?
Bunny and Coke will get you. That wasn't gonna do any shoeies. Not in my fucking work boots I've been wearing all
If
day.
you-
If you
shoey
lost
is.
a fucking bet, you would, by God.
That's a
probably.
shoey.
Where
It's
put
where
your-
you pour your fucking beer into your boot and you
Who
drink
the
the motherfucker.
fuck? Well, when you don't sit on
Australians?
goddamn desk jobs all day,
You know what?
You ain't dipping shit in your boot. Hey, I'll tell you what. There's a goddamn sheet of ice outside that door. So
Yeah,
be
you better
careful.
watch the fuck
Oh, I
out.
know. I've been out there already.
Well, it's getting worse.
Yeah, it's not getting any better.
I'll just end up like my dad.
Don't
We
break your
ain't
goddamn
picking your ass up
collarbone.
off the
Yeah, 'cause
floor.
I'll laugh.
I'm just saying.
What I'm gonna do.
You just, all I have to say is if you fall and bust your ass, you better lock that fucking door. Well, not lock it, but shut it.
Yeah, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
We're going to feel the thud from here.
Probably.
I will say that, what's the temperature reading over there, Miss Georgia?
She can't read it.
70? That's a lying motherfucker.
Celsius. No, it's pretty warm right here.
70 Celsius?
No, Fahrenheit.
Oh, that fucking thermometer lies. It is not that temperature over
It
here.
really does say that. It's warm right here.
It ain't 70 over here. I'm getting a little chilly. And that's, I'm looking, hold on. Oh, look at that. I got it.
Oh, goddamn.
So recently, what recently have you had?
I don't really know.
Oh, well, we got a Jesus crown with the chain over there. That's awkward. I didn't get shit. I got nothing. No, that's from Flacco. Oh, and just so y'all are aware, this is Flacco. That's what you need to do. You need to introduce yourself as
Jesus.
Flacco.
I'm not the one calling myself that. Why
Well,
don't you
you're calling your
introduce it?
fucking. Oh, fine. Well, this is Sam, and that's Flacco over there, aka.
It's on data. It's from data.
Oh, okay.
She has my hoodie on.
That's my fucking hoodie.
It's mine now.
Just so we're clear, that's a stolen fucking hoodie.
I was wearing her shoes.
Oh shit, it is fucking 70 degrees. That's horseshit.
Yup.
I'm about time to wrap this up, Sammy.
It really is. We're 2 fucking hours in. Yeah, it's 2 hours and 7 minutes.
Time to wrap it up.
All right, well fuck it. We'll wait till Mr. Cody rolls back in here, and then we'll just wrap this bitch. 2-hour podcast.
Come on, Cody. We're waiting on you to wrap it up.
Wrap this motherfucker up. Your shoes untied.
Why'd you untie it?
Did you almost fall out there?
Yeah, whenever you're mid piss and you go whoop,
Oh, damn it. That's terrible. Did you get it on your pants?
No.
Oh, it's good.
I'm talented.
Oh, bet you. Fuck yeah. All right. Well, if y'all have stuck around this long, we greatly fucking appreciate it. Okay, you've got to be a Patreon subscriber at this point, but you're not a white collar Patreon subscriber, which you would have this fantastic T-shirt if you were. Yeah, we have blue collar. Wait, no, sorry. I have a collar, blue collar, and then white collar is our levels of Patreon subscriber. I have a collar is like I think it's $1 a month. Blue collar is they pay $5 a month. And then white collar is $50 a month. That's where you get a T-shirt and a sticker.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, you're obviously not a white collar subscriber. You should be, because you would have a snazzy T-shirt just like this. If you are a guest on our podcast, you get a snazzy T-shirt like this, which
second time here.
We're going to deal with that. And we didn't have fucking T-shirts then. Calm your tits, okay? You're going to get your T-shirt
somebody was
tonight.
Supposed to have bought them and they didn't.
Yeah, they fucking dropped the ball.
We got stuck with them.
Yeah, we did, but we pulled it. We pulled it off. We still has them. So anyhow, if you stuck around this long, we thank you. Give us a like. Give us a comment. Give us a subscribe. Tell us your favorite part. Tell us your worst part of this fucking episode. I don't give a shit. Your worst part. Just give us.
Not ours.
Yeah, just give us some feedback. We'll accept it. We'll read it. Fuck, we may even read it on the next episode if you give us.
We're real men, and we can take criticism.
Yeah, if you give us
a guy that would refuse to get on a podcast.
Still am.
If you give us a really shitty, diminutive, degrading comment,
I'm gonna be a man and say some shit on Facebook.
I will read that motherfucker on air. Okay, we'll just read it on the podcast
and laugh about it,
and we'll fucking chuckle about it all the way. Because you know what? We're drinking beer, having a good time, and we're talking about work. And if you're gonna get in your goddamn feelers over it, then we're gonna have a chuckle about it. So anyhow, this has been Live the Dream Podcast. I'm Sam.
I'm Flacco.
That's right.
I'm Cody.
We'll see you motherfuckers next week. If you're late, you're lost. And we're having a good time.